Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
It's Monday night, and the Sports Hounds are live from the Real Talk Studios on A2D Live, Periscope, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. We're everywhere. If you can't find us, then something's wrong with you. As always, we're talking to you by Gibson Mayer LLC, certified public accountants, 215-369-3300. There are certified accountants. Make them yours, too. Also brought to you by the Scanzano Sports Center, located 5 Carnegie Plaza. Visit scanzanosports.com for more detailed lists on their services. No Brad tonight. We got the Godfather. We got TA Sports. Mr. Tom Arnone in the house. Kyle Meager. I'm Rob Brinkman. Frank Vesby's on the ones and twos. I don't care what your affiliation is. I don't care what your sexual orientation is. I don't care about what your political affiliation is. Everyone should be fucking jacked up because football starts in 3 days. The Eagles are in 6 days. I'm out of control. I fully expect this football team to win the Super Bowl. I'm not predicting them to win the Super Bowl. I expect this football team to win the fucking Super Bowl. That brings us to our Scanzano Sports poll question of the night. If the Eagles do win the Super Bowl this year, that's 2 out of 3. Does that make them a dynasty? Hashtag agree. Hashtag disagree. Kyle, your thoughts. What constitutes a dynasty? Does 2 out of 3 make the cut? Because I've written it down. I expect that this is going to become a fact come February.
Well, it depends on what you mean by making the cut, because the way I see it, 2 and 3 years would make us a dynasty for the reason being that we wouldn't be done yet. You know, you have these franchises to where they'd win 2 out of 3 years, but then they're losing pieces the following year, so they'd be toast. But we have a window of opportunity as the Philadelphia Eagles to where years down the road we'll have success adding more pieces to this team, so we wouldn't be done yet. So, yes, we'd be a dynasty for the years to come, and, yeah, to answer your poll question, I think it is, yeah.
All right, how do you feel about the dynasty? Because to me, you're not a dynasty unless you go back-to-back. But the Eagles have all the makings of a dynasty, Tom. You have the coach, you have the quarterback, and you're built for years to come in the trenches. So they have the criteria, but I wouldn't call them a dynasty at 2 out of 3, even though I fully expect them to win the Super Bowl this year.
It's close. I mean, to me, I look at it like this. Well, okay, you won a Super Bowl 2 years ago. Last year, you look semi-dead in the water. You become a resilient group again, and sort of how the way you got back into the playoffs last year. And if you come out this year now and go win another one, you know, I have to look at Doug Peterson too and put him up at, you know, obviously the best coach in franchise history if he's not already, but obviously I got to put him up right with Bill Belichick, because now you just won 2 out of 2 in 3 years with 2 different quarterbacks essentially in that game. So right there takes his level, and to me, he's right. He's not Bill Belichick, but he's the guy right underneath him, you know, chasing him down. Well, and he's right there. Now, are they a dynasty because they win 2 out of 3? It's close. But like you said, the window's still wide open. That, yeah, I mean, I have them in the makings of a dynasty.
Well, this is why I have the 2 quarterback thing is huge, because that's why I have so much respect for Joe Gibbs' resume, because he won 3 Super Bowls with 3 different quarterbacks.
It's hard to do. It's hard to win one with
impossible.
one.
No one could do that in today's NFL. 3 different quarterbacks, 3 rings. But I totally agree with you. This team in the trenches is loaded. Now, I've been I wouldn't say critical, but I have concerns that our defensive ends, we're not going to have a 10-sack defensive end.
Barnett's not good enough for a 10-sack D end for you?
I didn't say he wasn't good enough. I didn't say that.
Well, you just said we're not going to have it.
I'm concerned we're not. And edge rush is – because the edge rush, it starts with – like in 2017, the corners looked good and the secondary good because we had – everyone got home with 4-person rush.
Absolutely, yeah.
I mean, that's my only concern with this team, is that they're not going to get edge rush consistently enough for the whole defense to work.
But I think it's there, though. I mean, Barnett, Graham, right there are 2 guys who Graham's been a double-digit guy before. It's not like he's fully healthy this year too, coming off last year where he dinged up a lot last year and didn't say much about it, but was. Barnett's a guy that we know is explosive and hasn't got the opportunity to play majority of
I love
snaps
Barnett.
yet.
I thought it was a great
So, I
draft
mean,
pick.
I think that either one of them could be a double-digit guy. Now,
I don't know what Barnett is yet, to be honest with you. He still has time to flourish. And honestly, it kind of sucks that we lost out on Clowney. But, you know,
Made a lot
at
of
the same
sense.
time,
Made a lot of sense.
I mean, I would have loved to have Jadeveon Clowney here, to be honest with you. And Seattle has him now. Like,
Yeah,
that,
I'm out
that
of it.
really sucks.
because Jadeveon Clowney is not the
It's
end-all,
Jadeveon
be-all for
Clowney.
this
it's just
team
like
to go.
you're in Super Bowl or bust mode. Why not kick the tires on him? And I don't think really Seattle gave up really that much.
Yeah, and
Yeah, but they did when you're talking about you got to now tender him. You got to give him the massive contract that he wants, or then you,
really?
Yeah, I mean,
what do you mean not really? You have to. He's on a 1-year deal, babe. What do you mean you don't have to?
Tom.
You have to give him a massive contract after this. If he's as great as you're saying he is, now he's taking a $5 million a year
It's about
deal.
the first pick overall. Come on, Tom.
So what? So now the guy's crowned for the rest. So your guy that you hate was the number 2 pick overall
Who's that?
in the draft. Carson Wentz. Okay, was the number 2
I don't
pick.
hate Carson Wentz.
Oh, okay.
He was
Well,
projected to go 7th, and we traded up to get him at 2.
my
okay?
point is, I don't care where a guy was slotted at in the draft. I care about production.
Yeah.
When's Mr. Double-digit sacks that we're concerned about? When's Jadeveon? How many has Clowney had over his career? I'll wait. I'll sit here and wait for somebody to tell me
I think it's
double-digit
15.
sacks.
I think it's 15.
How
overall.
many years did he have double-digit sacks?
I don't think any. One?
That's it. It can't be true. Frank, can you
I think
help
it's
us?
So please Google it because you're going to be surprised by this.
I think he had 8 last year.
You're going to be surprised by this. Everybody was so up in arms about wanting to get him, and I get that, but he's not like – you're not getting Watt. I mean, he played alongside one of the best ends in football, and he wasn't
Watt, yeah.
and he wasn't a yearly multi-sack guy.
And I also think it speaks volumes. that
J.J.
he was
Watt's
the
amazing,
He
though.
was the first pick in the draft, and the Texans had him for 5 years in their building and seemed to be not really interested in.
And they seem to be okay with letting him walk. And listen, was he a freak in college, and does he do crazy things, and he's still a freak? Absolutely. I'm not taking away from the talent. I'm taking away from that. He's not, to me, a top 5 pass rusher in the league right now. He wasn't even the
agree
best
with
on his
that.
team.
I agree with that.
So
I'm just saying, a guy that
9.5.
I considered
9.5.
was the most he's had
Yeah. He was under.
I
yeah.
considered to be
every year?
a position.
That was the most he's had.
9.5,
Yeah.
9.5. Okay.
Yeah.
Never had a double-digit sack season, and now I'm going to open up my bank
No, he
account
wasn't, Ralphie.
You
of
don't-
about
He wasn't.
$18 million a year, between $16 and $18 million
I
a
didn't say
year.
anything about extending him.
Well, you know this
Yeah,
regime.
I understand, but
How
I'm
he's got
just
to give
saying-
up a pick, Rob? He's got
I
to give
don't
up.
care about
I
pick.
mean,
I-
you
I don't care
but
about
but
pick.
to
Now he does.
the
Yeah, I
GMs
get it.
around the league, it's
But-
like, oh my God, I got to give up a kid.
Like, oh, you want like I'm just. And then if you give up a 3rd-round pick or a 2nd-round pick for Jadeveon Clowney, and Jadeveon Clowney's on the float holding the Lombardi Trophy on Broad Street in February, no one's gonna give a fuck about
wouldn't
that
matter,
3rd-round
yeah, it
pick or
wouldn't matter.
2nd-round pick.
I understand that, but now to go get Clowney. Now, what I'm doing to a kid like Derek Barnett, who I want to get the snaps, now I'm limiting his snaps.
Yeah, but I mean, Derek Barnett.
I didn't draft him. I didn't draft him in top 15 for him not to play
doesn't
majority
mean
of the
he's
time.
not gonna play. It's just an insurance. It's just something.
Listen, neither one of you are wrong for wanting him.
No.
I'm just playing devil's advocate to you that he's not as great
Are you
numbers
so, are you
wise.
so sold on Derek Barnett, and why?
Why am I sold on Derek Barnett? Because he has a
The
knack.
sacks record at
Yeah,
Tennessee?
It's not even no, because I wanted Reuben Foster, so
Yeah, that guy-
I'll
that
eat
guy's a
my
piece of
crow.
shit. That
I'll
guy's a
eat
piece
my
of shit.
crow on it. But as soon as I settled down after the draft and I was doing a video walking out, I said I get the pick. The ends get you pressure on the quarterback wins games in this league.
Well, the Eagles love defensive linemen.
But
They
why I
love
like
them.
Barnett so much is that he has a knack. He has a knack for creating turnovers.
Uh-huh.
He has a knack for the strip sack, and he's just a natural pass rusher.
Right.
Just a natural. How good is he against the run? That's going to be something to see. But in terms of just getting after the quarterback, that's what he does.
Yeah.
And this defense is also predicated on rotation in the trenches, and I don't really want Josh Sweat out there in a big spot.
No, not at all. I mean, I thought Josh Sweat could have been a casualty this year, and because he's a draft pick, and because this organization and most hold on to their draft picks so much, this is why he's on the team. But also, they need to be a little deeper there too, because outside of Kerry, you get, you know what I'm saying? You're like, eh.
I'm not even. I mean, Curry was cute,
No, I understand that, but he's your third.
and everyone wants to overvalue guy like Curry and guys, some other running backs that we're going to talk about in a few minutes, because they're homegrown and we're on the Super Bowl team when they're just, they are what they are. Yeah. Like I'd rather have Clowney as even a rotation guy for 1 year if it guarantees me
But I'm
a
paying
Super Bowl.
I'm paying him a franchise tag to rotate him. Like, I'm not paying a guy to franchise tag,
I don't, Tom. I don't like. We're 6 days away from the game.
and we're ready to go.
I understand that. They have who they have, and I'm fine with them not getting Clowney, but we're 6 days before the game.
Yeah.
Whether you use him on third down, I don't care how much money he makes as long as he does his job on game day. I don't care how much money he makes.
I can't bring in Jadeveon Clowney to use him in just pass rushing situations.
That's not what he would be used for, but it's a bad example. But if Derek Barnett's the rotation guy and has to prove his stripes, you can't turn your nose up at talent.
Oh, I'm
when
not turning
when it's
it up.
Super Bowl or bust.
I'm just not. I'm not.
If the price is right. And I thought Seattle gave a bunch of garbage for him.
No,
Marcavius Mingo.
there's a guy. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. But
Who's
then
he was a fifth pick in the draft at once upon a time who just never worked out. He goes from team to team and flames out. Jacob Martin, whoever that is, like clearly he's not that good if they turned around 5 seconds later and gave up 2 first-round picks and a second-round pick for Laramie Tunzel and Kenny Stills. So Jacob Martin can't be that good. I don't even know if that's even his name. And, and a third-round pick. Like, that's nothing. And there was other stuff in the deal. I understand that. But I don't know. I thought that you could have thrown them Aguilar to match up the money because I love Arcega-Whiteside.
Yeah, but I'm not there yet. You want to be Super Bowl or bust, but now you're in love with a rookie wide receiver to come in and be impactful.
He can
Hold
run our
on.
slot.
You got to expect him to be that impactful year one? Like, name rookie wideouts that are that impactful year one. It's tough.
Not many.
It's hard to do. Yeah. So why am I going to hurt one position just to gain another one?
Because
you're
covered there. It's about you're only as strong as your weakest link.
But you're covered on DN too.
They're covered with. First off, they're going to be in a ton of 12 personnel this year because you have Ertz and Goddard, who both top 10 tight end talents in the league, if you ask me.
No, I agree there. To me,
you really only need Deshaun and Alshon in your base.
Jadeveon Clowney has been a highlight reel, and that's why people overly fall in love with him more than the production of the player.
Right.
Okay, he's a freak specimen. He's an incredible athlete. He's gonna wow you on his 40 time. Yeah. He's gonna blow a running back up in the backfield like he did in college once in a while.
Where's Michigan? Yeah,
and we're gonna fall in love with the extra instead of what's his production. Yeah. Playing against, you got to remember, he played against one of the best DNs in football for years and hasn't got double-digit sacks. Uh-huh. That's concerning.
J.J. Watt is over-under in Vegas is 14.
Yeah, that's concerning. You're not getting the quarterback. That guy's getting double, triple, quadrupled.
Yeah, it's also concerning that the Texans have had him for 5 years and are just, we're good on making you that highest paid guy.
So that questions, and then what's the best ability is availability, and that's something that's also been questioned about him too. So there's a lot of things on why, I'm not going to not take him, but I'm in a good spot. I believe in this 12-4, 13-3 football team, and nothing would waver over that. So, it just doesn't move the needle for me that much where I have to. That's all.
Fair. I want to get to the 53-man roster next. Do you think they got it right, Kyle?
Yeah, why not? I mean, there weren't many players where I was they left off the roster. I honestly could care less. The team is what it is, and we're going to go with this team throughout the season. And I like that they added Hall. I like that move to the 53 roster.
Good for them for finding a spot for him.
Yeah, that was really good. But, I mean, other than that, getting rid of Wendell Smallwood was a plus. The Redskins have our garbage now.
He's just not that good.
Yeah, the Redskins have our garbage now. I think they have another piece of our garbage. I think they picked up, what's his name? Picked up Wendell Smallwood, and they picked up
Bruce Hector.
Yep, Bruce Hector. That's who they picked up.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't even know who Bruce Hector is. I didn't watch really a second of
preseason football. He got a piece of a football in the Chicago game, supposedly.
Yeah.
He's the one who got
that's that guy?
He's the one that made it deflected,
Great.
Apparently.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
See you. Okay.
Thanks for your services.
And,
I don't Wendell's a fourth running back everywhere in the world, right? Or he's not on a team. The one thing I'll give the kid credit for is that
he showed up.
Is that he runs? At least he runs with a purpose. I always like a guy who runs with a little bit of purpose.
He stepped up down the stretch.
Yeah, nowhere here do you have room for him here.
Yeah, he's not.
And then Josh Adams ended up somewhere too. The Jets practice.
I don't know why people hate on Josh Adams.
Too big, not healthy enough. Puts the ball on the ground too much.
His career stats aren't that bad though. His career stats are not that bad.
I'm here though. Yeah, I can go look at numbers all day. I'm right here. I gave you Clowney without even going to the Google machine, right? I didn't even go to Google.
Yeah,
I told
Josh
you.
Adams
Hold on. Give the guy a little love real quick. I tested you. I tested you over a 5-year career, Frank, right? And I said, and you said, go, Frank, can you look that up for us to confirm? Because I wasn't sure, but I felt like that's what my eyes told me. Okay. Josh Adams, my eyes tell me, not healthy enough, runs too high, puts a football on the ground too much.
Undrafted.
So what? Now
you're undrafted.
So now a guy undrafted deserves a spot, and the number one overall pick deserves to play 20 years because he's the number one pick.
The only guy.
That's how we do.
The only guy in the first Saints game that scored. Who was it?
Dude, everybody scores. It's like basketball. Mike Carter-Williams is here with the Sixers. Somebody's going to score the ball.
My point is he had.
Then we overvalue.
My point is he had potential
Stinks.
on this team. But I agree. Our
What do you
crowded
mean, where?
backfield, I understand.
I don't
it.
understand.
So who are you getting rid of? Corey?
Hold on. He has potential on this team. So who are you getting rid of for Josh Adams?
We have a crowded backfield. I just said that. If you were listening,
No, we heard.
You got to clog your ears out a little bit.
We heard
right?
you. We heard you back
honestly,
paddling.
Yeah.
We heard. I heard you. It's a crowded backfield. But
Yeah.
what about his time on this football team screams that he has potential? Tom just hit every nail on the
Nothing
head.
screams that he's
can't-
potential. Okay.
That's what you just said.
No,
didn't
I
you?
said that he has pretty good career stats, or decent career stats for an undrafted running back. That's what I just said. He has 500 yards at least. I think he had like 3 or 4 touchdowns. And I don't think those are bad stats for an undrafted running back. I really don't, especially against prime talent like the Saints. And honestly, when you look at Corey Clement, I love Corey Clement because he caught that famous touchdown in the Super Bowl. But other than that, what is he? I mean,
Well,
he
he's
doesn't really do much
Specialist.
for me.
He's a specialist. Catch the ball out of the backfield well.
Well, he also
Make guy miss. You know, he's not a great running back out of the backfield per se. But again, him and Sproles bring you a different dynamic that's needed that Adams doesn't bring you.
Well, Sproles is a dinosaur, so I mean, like, it kind of sucks bringing him back. I never wanted him back, to be honest with you. I think he's taking up a spot
Man,
that we could have used it.
I'll take him for 3 touches a game.
Well, yeah, but he's not.
I'll take the vet. I'll take the vet presence in the backfield.
Who's not going to fumble the ball?
Yeah, but he's not a running back though. He's not
You
a
don't
prime
need
running
one.
back.
You have 2.
He's an athlete.
Howard and Sanders are pure backs.
Yeah.
They're backs. So we have that. And then both the other 2 guys, and you got to look at it from Howie's point of view, both them other 2 guys bring you a different skill set out of the backfield instead of like, okay, I'm going to bring Adams in, and he's essentially – I already have that guy in Howard, like who runs hard and does all them things. I don't need him. Now, it just shows you, I mean, he didn't get signed to a team. He got signed to a practice squad. So it shows you that, you know, whatever's on tape of him, the rest of the league still feels the same way they did on draft day because he went undrafted and now he's on a practice squad. So nothing's changed from his tape for the love affair people out there that we know. I'm not saying you, the people out there that overly love the guy. Like, the tape's out there for everybody.
He was on the Super Bowl team, and was he on the Super Bowl? No, because he's from Bucks County.
Yeah, because that's
why.
it. That's it. That's why
He's 2 on
that's
5.
why that's why Corey
With the
Clement
sense where
drives
he
me
went to
crazy too. Because he's glass barrel. Oh my God, he's local. He's local. I don't give a shit if he grew up in my basement. If you ain't getting it done, you're getting hammered.
Bryce Harper's an Ohio State fan and a Cowboys fan. I hate both those
forgot
fucking
that
teams.
he's-
Those teams.
I forgot that he's
I don't care.
Yeah,
I care that he has 30 home runs and 99 RBIs.
The only reason I care Dominic Brown was a Cowboys fan because he
It
stunk.
He was an all-star.
Stinks.
He was an all-star.
Stop it.
Oh my God, are we doing this right now?
We doing
He
Dominic
was
Brown.
an all-star.
He was. You're right. I can't dispute that.
He has
but
more
the-
Phillies all-stars than your boy Bryce Harper.
Oh my
Hate to
God.
say it.
Stop. He got snubbed this year.
Okay, come
It's
on.
terrible in the game of baseball that
No,
you
because-
don't have your superstars playing in that game. It's a
All right.
disgrace.
He didn't deserve it.
Story for another day. We'll talk about that next July.
Let's get some comments here. Tyler Weston, Yo Brothers, have a great show. This is going to be a good one with Tom joining in. I just know it. Yeah, Ty does a great job on the weekly roundup with Kyle and Jake. But
Yeah, I wasn't
Monday
here this past weekend.
Monday nights are fire with or without Tom. So I don't know what you're talking about there.
Yeah, I'm not.
No, because
Yeah.
he's expecting me to argue with Tom. I'm not giving him the bait though. So I mean, that's what's gonna happen.
He's not
Argue.
bait. He's not
There's
baiting
no
me.
bait. You say your true opinions, and they're sometimes they're foolish. Sometimes I agree with them, but Tom jumps on you, and I jump on you, and it makes for a great show.
They say it how it is.
Brad, we're here, and he jumps on you too. We jump on Brad. That's why the Sports Hounds are great. It's must A2D radio. It's must see, must hear, must stream, whatever you want to do. Spotify, Google Play, everything.
Yep.
Trevor Harris, if you go 2 out of 3, that's nice, but you need to go back to back like the Pats did in 03 and 04.
But one of your wins is beating the Pats.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't care who that has no bearing.
It has absolute bearing. If I see the New England again and I just throw them again, that's dynasty talk.
You weight that more.
Oh,
than
it wasn't Bruce Hector. It was Trayvon Hester.
Yeah.
Trayvon Hester. That I heard of him. But
Yeah.
but Trayvon, he made the double doink happen, even though the double doink was made by Cody Parkey because he fucking stinks.
Well, he was our kicker. You know that, right?
Yeah, and he stunk. There's a reason wasn't our kicker anymore. Trevor Harris, I don't want the Eagles to be like every other year like the Giants did in the early 2000s. If they win a fucking Super Bowl every other year, you're not signing up for that?
I'd sign up for
Yeah.
that pretty damn quick.
Sign right now.
I would.
Kleinkopf, have a good show, boys. That's hockey happy hour.
Pittsburgh Steelers fan.
That's all right. We're not.
He has
we're
6
not gonna
rings.
crush him.
I mean, he's probably not worried about his.
He would know dynasty.
Yeah, there were no dynasty.
No, he would know dynasty. Quinky.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, Being a Penguins fan.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's true.
You know, as much as I hate to say it.
Greg
Yeah.
Milkova, what's up, fellas? I disagree with the poll. While 2 out of 3 is an accomplishment, to me, a dynasty is sustained success, not just ships. So making the playoffs last year was huge. Is that the start of something special? Absolutely. Can I call it a dynasty right now? Is where I hesitate.
It's close. Like we said, I mean, I think
Right.
we all agree. It's
So,
like It's like
really, the poll question is Super Bowl championship, divisional round loss, Super Bowl championship, dynasty talk?
no. I think we're all in agreement that no, it's not. We disagree to it, or at least I know me and Kyle do that. But it's close.
I
it's
said
like
this. I said disagree.
you disagree too, right? So it's like we're like now that following year, if you go to an NFC title game, like you're there because now you're sustaining. Like Greg's talking about, now you have 4 years of sustained not only 2 Super Bowl wins,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, you're
2
playing-
playoff appearances too.
You're playing in the mid-January, 4 years in a row. Like,
Something to be said about that. But like as much as like I want to jump on it because I see that the window doesn't close after this year. Like Kyle was saying too, that you have a lot of pieces still here.
Yeah.
That like I mean it's the makings. It's more like the makings of a dynasty than a dynasty yet. So
Right. Exactly.
good question though.
James Tatum, I agree with Tom. I always looked at getting Clowney as a luxury and not a need. Adding him would have been great, but
Yep.
this defensive line is still
Loaded.
among the best in the league, as deep as ever.
Kyle Cap on YouTube said there's no freaking reason why we don't win 14 games. Why is that, Kyle Cap? Explain to me, because
Well,
14
he's
games is
sipping
a
the
lot.
Kool-Aid a little bit.
aggressive.
That's aggressive.
lot.
I'm not at 14-2.
I said last night on Agree to Disagree, I thought I made it clear that like my expectations realistically is NFC title game or bust. I think it's unfair. I think it's unfair for any team in football. Hear me out on this, because football is such an ebb flow, weird sport that I think it's unfair for any expectation for any team to be Super Bowl or bust. I think your expectations are NFC title game or bust because now you have an opportunity to get there.
Yeah,
because now you're a top 14 in football.
Tom.
No, this is Super
Tom,
Bowl.
this is Super Bowl.
That's
or bust.
I don't
bullshit.
agree.
That's bullshit.
It's Super
Bowl
Bullshit. That you come into a season when only 2 are left standing and it's Super Bowl or bust. Are you kidding me? If you get to an NFC title game, that's huge.
What game did we win 2 years ago? We won against the Pats, right? 41-33.
Okay, yeah, I was there.
If we didn't make the Super Bowl this year, how is that not a bust?
What?
How's that not a bust?
What, 2 years ago? It wasn't a bust if you didn't get the Super Bowl. You're playing with house money, damn it.
No,
2 years ago.
What I'm saying is, how is it not a bust this year if we don't get to the Super Bowl and win it?
Because that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous expectation to say
Well,
that it's Super Bowl or bust. Like NFC title game, you act like I'm far freaking off. You do. I'm right there. But but now, like anything can happen in that game. Anything can go wrong in that game or right for a team. A ball can
But the
bounce a
problem
funny
is you guys
way.
are backpedaling now. That's the
Oh,
problem. You guys are backpedaling now.
I never backpedal ever.
How am I getting lumped in when I haven't even said a word about?
I never said it was Super Bowl or bust for this team ever.
Listen, I stopped talking about Carson Wentz because everyone's getting.
What does that have anything to do with?
It has everything to do with everything. Because if you guys lose in the NFC, if we lose,
Oh, now you said you're on the team 3 nights ago.
I am on the team.
You're running around doing YouTube videos saying you're on the team. And now it's you guys. When you
Listen.
talk about I see right through you.
Listen.
Transparency. I see him right
All right,
through
listen.
you.
If the
Now,
Philadelphia
'cause Carson's
Eagles,
not his guy.
if the Philadelphia Eagles,
He's begging for Carson to have a slow start.
He would
if
eat
the
it up.
Philadelphia,
Eat it
Eat
up.
it up.
Buffet style. He'd be chewing
And he's
it
already
down.
setting it up with
He's
his
setting it.
bullshit posts about how they're going to start slow.
Yup,
He sees
he-
a loss. Like,
they,
they're
they
gonna
will
fucking
start slow.
smack.
They will
Oh,
start
my
slow.
God. Just get to your point.
All right.
Uncle
If
Slow
the
Start.
Philadelphia Eagles lose the NFC championship game, you guys will say it's okay because Carson's first playoff game was a success because he'd obviously win one.
That's nothing to
You'd be
do with
like-
Carson. This has nothing to do with
It's
Carson.
a team sport. I understand
I'm not
that.
talking about Carson. You're
It's
making
Super
an
Bowl
agenda.
or bust, Tom, every single
No,
year.
that's not fair.
Every
That's not
single
fair
year.
in the
How's
NFL.
that not fair?
Because that's not fair in the NFL
How?
we live in.
How?
It's not.
How?
New England isn't. New England never
Do you know
happens.
how long these
you
windows?
understand?
Do you know how long these windows of opportunity are open? Not long.
You
have
just
to
said
wait.
it was open
We're
forever.
not. We're
You just
not.
said to start the show
We're
was
not.
open for years.
I did. It's potentially, but you're saying if we don't win the Super Bowl this year, all right? We were talking about dynasty talk. If we win 2 out of 3,
If they don't win the bowl.
if we were
this year.
talking about, we were talking 2 out of 3 Super Bowls. If we were to win it, is it a dynasty? I would say yes.
But that's not the question at hand. I'm telling you my opinion.
You think it's unfair that I think it's super, and me and Kyle think that this is Super Bowl or bust.
It's a Super Bowl or bust season.
No,
that-
I think
is
that.
that
I just think
accurate?
that.
It is.
Yeah, I just think it's a little overboard. I
No,
think
it's not.
in the NFL, it's
That's who
it's
I am.
title games.
Do you see our
It's
team?
title games.
Do you see
it's
our
title
team?
game. It's a different
well,
sport.
guess what?
Who's
You
better
can-
than
you
us
can
right
do-
now?
Usually the best team in baseball goes and wins it. It doesn't work like that in the NFL. It
true.
doesn't always work like that.
Okay.
So NFC title game is a fair, reasonable this or bust.
Would you be pissed off? If
You
we
guys are
lost?
acting like I'm saying you got to get to the play. It's playoffs or bust.
I'm not saying
Like,
anything.
I'm saying NFC title game or bust is still a far way to
Okay,
go.
yes, it's a long way to go. I understand.
You're
it,
arguing with fucking Kyle.
I know I'm arguing.
but
with
why would you want to go to? Why would you want to go to the
Stop
NFC
saying
Championship
you
game?
and we and us.
Why would you
and
want to
me
go to the
and him.
NFC Championship game, lose it, and be like, oh,
Who
okay, we
said
had a
I
great
want
season.
to?
We'd be like,
Who
oh,
the
okay.
hell-
You'd
and
be
it-
like, oh, okay, it was a great season. We got to the NFC
You
Championship
both
game.
have done this
golf
to me
clap,
now.
Golf clap.
Because you said
Yeah.
you'd be heartbroken if they lose. Me too. But it has nothing to do with expectations.
Right.
Like, that's fair expectations.
So you don't
for your
expect
top
them
four
to have a great season.
Huh?
Well,
What are you talking about?
you don't expect them
Said
to
he would
have
go
a
to the
great
NFC
season
title game.
What are you
And
talking?
lose.
Are we okay here?
and lose.
That's not successful.
That's not a great season. You
Oh
lost.
my God, dude.
You lost.
Oh my God. Everybody, besides the Patriots, everybody fails. Everybody fails. Did the Rams have a good
Why
year
can't
last
we
year?
be the new
Besides
Patriots?
the Super
Why
Bowl.
can't we be the
Hold
new
on.
Patriots?
Did the Rams have a good year last year?
Yes.
Besides the Super Bowl.
They lost Gurley.
Did they have a good year? Was the
Yes.
question.
Yes.
Yes.
So is that a failure of a season?
Yes.
Kind of.
Kind of.
Yeah. Because
You
they
get
didn't
those-
have their main player.
Listen,
I get it. And if
expectations change throughout the year,
If
too.
they lose
okay?
the NFC
Yeah.
Championship game, why get on the air? Why be pissed off and mad, especially depending on how it happens? Absolutely. And I'm going to be disappointed, absolutely. But I'm going to get on Monday and tell them the season was a failure? No, I'm not.
That's all my point is.
That's
is that
fine.
if that's not a failure, then that's the
But-
expectation.
You know, I'm fucking all in Rob Brinkman, and I'm all in on this team. This is the best Eagles team I've ever seen on paper.
too.
And I expect them to win the Super Bowl.
I
Yes.
expect it. Listen, I predicted them to win it. That doesn't mean expectations are fair to say it's Super Bowl or bust.
Because you've been through so many heartbreaks in your
It's
life.
nothing to do with it. I'm the
Yes,
one-
it does.
Kyle,
You're
I
thinking
started
like
my
me
show
now.
yesterday by telling people, get this stigma of something bad's going to happen out your head. So now you're telling me what I'm nervous about when I'm the one leading the pack, that them days are over after 2017. The days of assuming badness is over.
Listen, we're in
Absolutely.
the
I'm
city.
getting
Sweaty in here now.
Absolutely
We're in
right.
the city of Philadelphia. Those
It gets
days will
hot on
never be
Mondays
over.
in the Real
Okay?
Talk Studios, bro. Welcome to the party.
Yeah.
Jeez, God.
We are in the city of Philadelphia. Those days will never be over. Okay, it's just how
Why?
it is.
But
No.
you're that
Why?
stigma. Then
No.
you're that bad
Why?
stigma.
Kyle, you're totally wrong. Because
You're wrong on that.
Why?
Hold on. And, well, you're a Yankees fan.
No.
Do you walk around with a stigma?
We haven't won in 10 years.
Oh my
Answer
God.
the damn
10
question.
whole
Yeah.
fucking years.
Do you
oh
walk
my
around and you're
God.
going to assume something bad's going to happen?
Jesus
Yes.
Christ.
Well, then that's just
Cry
you.
me
I
a fire.
can't.
I'm a
You guys don't
negative
want
fan.
to fucking-
I'm a very negative
we
fan.
know that. Just lost my train of thought.
Yes.
We'll
Why
circle back.
wouldn't I? The Phillies were projected to go to the fucking World Series this year. They're going to miss the goddamn playoffs. So what else do you want me to say?
Who was that projected by?
By a lot of
I
people.
picked them.
Who?
A lot of people.
picked
A lot of
them.
people haven't won in the NL. A lot of
Okay,
people.
well, that's
did.
not World Series again.
You're in the World Series.
What are you talking about,
With
dude?
Bryce Harper.
There's
You're in the
playoff
World
games.
Series.
There's playoff
You're not
series.
even going to make the playoffs.
No, you don't even know what you're saying.
I do.
You just said that I said, no, projections were to win the division, and you said, well, that's the World Series. No, it's not.
No. What
You got a
I'm
couple
said-
playoff series to go through.
No, he
I
said that.
picked them to win the World Series. I was priced up. And
No,
I was
yeah,
wrong.
no, that's fine. I mean, I had him winning a lot.
And I didn't know the whole bullpen was going to be
They're
having
not even
Tommy
going to
John
make the
surgery.
playoffs. Like, I mean, it's like it's.
Well, they
it's,
haven't
it's
missed
comical.
the playoffs yet.
Well,
No.
that's
Oh,
the
they're
point,
done.
though, of
They're done.
expectations and
Yeah.
expectations being fair expectations and not what we
right.
want expectations
Let's
to
take
be.
it. Let's take it. Timeout. Let's get off the Phillies for a second. Let's get back to your point of
That was fun,
of
actually, I'm
this
not gonna lie.
of the stigma is gone because you're 1,000% right on that. Ever since 2017, especially Eagles fans, they've lost their edge. Philadelphia fans in general, after that Super Bowl victory, have lost their edge. So I totally agree with you that the stigma of this Negadelphia, something bad's going to happen, like Cheech over here thinking we're going to fucking lose to the Redskins or have trouble with the Redskins.
I don't think
The
we're going
Redskins
to
fucking
lose to the
stink.
Redskins. I think we're going to have a
They
lot of trouble
stink.
with the Redskins.
They stink. They have Case Keenum. Last time Case Keenum played in Lincoln Financial Field, he got fucking shredded.
Do I have to
They
give you
have
guys
no
a little?
backs,
Do
they
I
have
have to
no
get,
receivers.
all right, I'm going to give you. All right, let me tell you something.
Go ahead.
I'm
Go ahead.
going to give you guys an analogy real quick.
Hold
you,
on.
You
let
guys
me-
know what that
okay,
means,
hold on.
right?
Oh,
Analogy.
Yeah. Oh, no,
Okay.
No. What's an analogy, Kyle?
All right. So
I
basically,
want to see if you know. I know what the fuck it is. I want
you're
to see.
comparing
If,
something.
I want to see what
You're
you're
comparing
fuck,
something.
You know what
The
it
same
is.
exact
Hold
thing.
on.
You're
Let me get
comparing
my pen
Let's
out.
go.
Let me.
All right.
Taking notes. Kyle's gonna fucking teach you. This is
All right.
good.
Imagine this.
Kyle's gonna teach me fucking something.
Imagine this. You go out to your
Right here on the fucking thing.
Haskins.
Dwayne Haskins stinks.
He's not starting,
That was
so
their
okay.
first draft
But-
pick. It's right here.
He's not starting.
Oh, yeah, I wrote
I
that
have
down.
to wrote that.
Yeah.
You already wrote it.
I wrote it down.
He's not starting.
I wrote it down
All
and
right,
showed
so-
it to the people
all
a
right,
while
They
so
ago.
think
here's
that
the
Dwayne
ana-
Haskins is good, and he couldn't even beat out Case Keenum. That's why they're not going to win a fucking game this year. That's why
Is
they're getting
Daniel Jones
smoked.
starting this year? No, he's not. Okay,
At least
so there you
Daniel
go.
Jones showed signs of something, and
Are we comparing Eli to Case Keenum?
yeah.
Over like
Thank you.
They're
production.
basically the same thing.
So-
Guy
Okay.
has 2 Super Bowls.
Okay.
The production, the loyalty
no,
is way
the
bigger.
defense has 2 Super Bowls.
Well, it's
Let's
still
let-
loyalty.
Let's let
Yeah.
Professor Kyle teach us. Try and
Analogy,
teach us
okay?
something.
Analogy
yeah,
time.
Come on. Yeah.
So basically, you go outside. It's very cold out, 10 degrees. Wind chill probably minus 30, whatever. So
Okay.
you go outside.
it's cold.
You turn on your car. It goes. You turn it on. Finally gets going. You pull up immediately and rev the engine. All right. How long is that car gonna last for?
I don't know. I'm not a car guy, so tell me.
Your car would blow up. So basically, you start the season.
I don't think that's true. I don't know if that's any bit true. Can we
Your
get a
car-
car guy in here, please?
Your
I
car.
know a little bit about cars.
Your car would blow up in 2 weeks, is what I was saying. But basically, what I'm saying is,
It's not good. That's not a good thing to do to your car.
Okay, you
your
wanna
car's
hear
not
the
gonna
rest of
fucking
the
blow.
analogy?
Like, come on.
you want to hear the rest
Yeah,
of the
Yeah,
analogy?
please.
can we?
If your star players don't get any reps in the preseason
here
and the
we go.
other
Here we go.
team
Here we
is
go.
ready to play, what do you think's going to happen? You
wanna
can't
take-
go into a baseball game as a pitcher and not stretch out and just throw a pitch. You can't do
Yeah,
it.
that's not what Carson Wentz is doing Sunday, by the way, at all.
Carson Wentz is playing quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles in the National Football League on Sunday.
Yes, he
he has gotten no reps
So you
in
you-
live game action.
You equate that
since
to Aroldis Chapman
week 13
taking
last-
no warm-up throws and just throwing 100 miles an hour?
If he gets hit, yes.
That's your analogy? That's what you made me fucking
Yes.
get the paper and pen and try and teach me
Yes.
something? You can't teach me fucking shit, Kyle. That's the worst fucking
Okay, so-
analogy I've ever heard.
all right, so-
Aaron Rodgers doesn't play in preseason. Tom Brady plays middle
He
of
did.
preseason. Cam
did.
Newton
He
played in a preseason game. He sprained his foot.
Brady
Thank
played.
God.
Rodgers played. Cam played. Cam got hurt. All right. Kirk Cousins played. Russell
Stinks.
Wilson played.
So?
They played. Why wasn't Carson Wentz out there for a drive?
Why? Why does he need to be?
Why not?
And if he gets hurt on the drive, God forbid something happens, guys miss a block, whatever, what are you saying? Why is he out there? It's
He's
not worth
licking
it.
his chops. Why is
Not
he
worth
out
it?
there?
I would say if he gets hurt on the drive, I'd be like, get rid of this fucking guy. He can't stay healthy for shit.
Oh, you're just looking for the agenda.
No, I'm just
You're just
saying.
looking for it.
Yo, guess what? Notre Dame, Louisville playing right now? No preseason, babe. Okay? Knock off the preseason is the end all be all.
Did you pick Louisville?
Yes.
Good. You're smart.
Feel
But
like I am.
basically what I'm saying.
I'm
So now
laying-
they're going to get doored now.
Yeah, I'm laying,
I think Notre Dame scored in like 13 seconds to start the game, too. I was like, oh, this is going to be fun.
I'm laying 20.
You land 20?
Go Irish, yeah.
I got
Laying
19.
20.
We lay in the
Yeah, I gotta get your book. I gotta get your
I
book.
think you
gotta
lost,
get
but,
better
I mean-
numbers. But Kyle, it's the worst fucking analogy
It's
I've ever heard in my
not,
life.
though. You guys have this thing where you could go into a.
So
the
you'd rather
gym.
risk your
You
franchise
think,
quarterback?
You think you could go into the gym, do bench press without warming up? You would tear the shit out of your pectoral muscle. You would
what do
tear
you
the
think?
shit
Who's
out of
saying he's not warmed up, though? Why is he not warmed up?
He has practice, dude.
Kyle,
he
for the
hasn't-
first year since the 2017 year, he's had full OTAs, full all season, all voluntary camp, and preseason.
Has he
with his
taken
chemistry?
any hits since week 13?
So you'd
week
rather-
12?
So you probably drafted Le'Veon Bell, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Okay, you probably think Le'Veon Bell. You probably think Le'Veon Bell's gonna have a big year, don't you?
I don't.
Okay, you don't lie. Stop.
Whoa!
Nah,
Whoa!
okay.
Whoa! Time out. You picked the fucking Jets to go to the goddamn Super
did.
Bowl last week, and you
I
think
did.
Le'Veon Bell's gonna have a fucking bad year? What are you
I
talking
didn't say
about?
bad year. I said great.
What
year.
are you talking about? If the Jets are going to go to the fucking Super Bowl, Le'Veon Bell's probably going to have to be the MVP of the whole league, which is 60-1 odds, which you can see in my fucking futures article,
I'm
which
a
is on
Darnold fan.
HTRadio.com.
I'm a Darnold fan.
How are the Jets possibly going to make the fucking Super Bowl when the AFC East dethrone the Patriots without Le'Veon Bell having the best season of his career?
I'm a Darnold fan. Huge Darnold fan.
Bro.
Huge Darnold.
It doesn't
My
even make sense. Like if one
Lord.
guy can sit out football for a whole year and you're not worried about him taking a hit because these guys have taken hits their whole career, like that's not. I'm not worried about it. Oh, he hasn't taken
Did you
a hit.
even remember that you
Like, what
picked
does
the
that even
Jets to
mean?
go to the Super Bowl last week?
Yeah, I picked.
Or did I just...
And I also said the Colts would go to the AFC Championship game, and guess what? Andrew Luck.
Well, that's why we're going to do revised official predictions
Yeah.
because we had some fucking moving and shaking again.
I just think preseason's irrelevant for any starter and for a quarterback who's getting
He
plenty.
should have got at least a drive.
All right.
At least a drive.
Oh.
At least.
Well, guess what? We're past that. It's mute. So if they come up and light the scoreboard up in the first quarter like I expect them to do Sunday, what are you going to say?
It's a move.
Fly Eagles fly.
What'd
That's
I
what
say?
I'm gonna
It's not mute.
Whatever the fuck. I don't care. Close enough. Probably nobody picked up on that but you.
You got to take notes from Professor Kyle.
I know. Analogies.
Yeah.
Analogies.
analogies.
That was a
So
good
answer
one.
the question. What's going to be the rebuttal if they come out and they light it up?
Fly Eagles fly.
All right.
Yep.
You're going to admit that preseason's irrelevant?
No, I'm not. Because preseason, there's preseason
If they
for
prove
a
you
reason.
wrong,
There's preseason for a reason.
if they
Tom.
prove you, and nobody wants it. If they prove you
But
wrong,
it's there.
guys specifically hold out on purpose. Some of these guys, they don't have to be there.
Antonio Brown went the whole preseason. He told everyone his helmet didn't fit, so he didn't have to practice for playing preseason.
Wait, what?
Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
That's all games. It's all a show.
He doesn't want to play in the preseason.
Yeah, because nobody does.
He told everyone his helmet didn't fit. He can't see out of it. Like, yes, he can.
Nobody wants to play.
Like,
so my point is, if they prove you wrong, then preseason shouldn't matter anymore.
North Dakota Mama, I don't care if Carson Wentz lost a preseason game. I care him getting repetitions in the preseason game to get warmed up
so
for the regular
overrated.
season.
One drive, and
played-
then sitting. Hold on, Rob.
To get the feel.
One drive in the third preseason game, and then sitting for another 3 weeks. Now you're ready to go. What does that doesn't
You're
make
getting
sense?
the feel in the third
Oh
game.
my God!
He would have got repetitions.
Play football your whole life. You got to feel. You don't
would've-
need the preseason for.
He
would
have got repetitions in the third game, not the first game. Okay.
No shit. There's still a 2-week break.
And that's fine. You get the feel.
Oh my
you know?
God! What do you think practice is for? OTAs are
It's
for
practice.
all this stuff.
Allen Iverson skipped it all the time. It's practice. All right.
And what do you think a preseason game is?
Not practice.
It's practice.
No, it's a game.
vanilla.
It's a game.
It's vanilla.
People are
The
trying to come
speed-
after you and kill you
That's
because
not
they
even
want to
true.
make the team.
That's wrong. That's
yeah,
wrong.
It's true.
That's wrong because you wouldn't be playing against guys who are going to try to make the team. So hear me out for a second. Okay, he's playing against a bunch of guys who already have roster spots, and I'm telling you, talk to anybody at that level of play. The speed from preseason to week 1 is
it's
100
way different. It's
times
way
different.
different, yeah.
So what speed is he catching up on? There's no speed to
It's
catch
more
up
than
on.
practice speed.
Oh my God! They had an open. I can't. They had a joint practice with the Ravens, and
Thank you.
one of the
Thank
best
you.
safeties,
Yeah.
a Hall of Fame safety said,
Earl Thomas said, this guy's a fucking stud.
this guy's a pimp.
It was practice.
This guy's a Hall of Famer is telling you
Real
that
knows
this guy
real,
is a
bro.
problem.
Real
Is
knows
a
real.
problem, but you can't admit to that. If you would have said that about Nick, you would have said, "Where's Earl live? I gotta send him a package." All right, you would have asked for addresses and PO boxes.
To be fair, Nick won a Super Bowl, so I mean, I'm not really.
Here we go.
It's the truth.
All right. I apologize for missing your comments. I lost my spot on it.
I got to look on YouTube.
Yeah.
Jake Friel says preseason is a glorified joint practice.
Well, you guys are on agreements. Listen, I'm
Jason
the odd man out. I
Tatum,
understand
A2D
that,
is
but
the
it's like,
best in
whatever.
day. You're fucking right, James.
Yeah.
Spotify, baby. That's from Rosca. Who's your early World? I'm not talking about the MLB. We're not talking about the MLB right now, Rosca. We're gonna get to the MLB in the second
David
half.
just wants
Yeah,
you.
maybe the
Jason-
last 5 minutes.
Jason Tatum is Wentz is going to be the MVP this year. I think he's got good odds. Ralphie, Carson hater, Jake Friel, Jen to talk.
Hold on, Trevor Harris got a good point here.
I'm not
Go
a
ahead.
Carson hater.
Trevor
Ralph.
Harris
What
says,
the
Kyle,
fuck?
Mitch Trubisky didn't play preseason last year or this season. Matt
Who
Nagy
cares
guy.
about Mitch Trubisky?
Can I finish? That's a Matt. I'm adding on to him now. That's a
Okay.
Matt Nagy guy. Andy Tree, Andy Disciple, good friends with Doug, because they both realize this don't mean shit.
Okay.
Wouldn't you
We're
rather?
talking about a guy that has been injured the last 2 seasons
So why do I need him to play preseason?
to get ready for the regular season.
Why? If he's been injured, don't I want him just to be ready to go, full bill
No.
health, and not worry about preseason
No.
football, which is irrelevant?
Because if he takes a huge hit, he could get injured
want
immediately.
You want him to get hit as soon as possible and get him
Guys don't know
potentially hurt.
I don't know football. Please don't do that to me again. You could do it in DMs. Don't do that on air ever again, because I do know football, and I know that once you've been hit, you know how to take a damn hit. You don't need to play in a preseason game to get a hit out of you. Like, what does that mean? This isn't a fight, Kyle. This isn't UFC where you need to get punched in the freaking face. Like, it's not the same.
No, it's actually.
Doug Z chimes in. Get out, Tom. Not worth it with these two dumbasses. First off, I'm not.
Oh, yeah. He's lumping.
Wait, why is he talking
Doug
about
Z-
Rob like that though? Rob's just.
I don't
sitting
know.
Here.
I don't know why
Rob's
he's
sitting here saying nothing.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know why he's talking about you or me like that. Doug Zeke, anytime you fucking want, you can come sit down on Monday night, and I'll take you to the fucking woodshed, bro.
Zeke was in a long
woodshed.
time ago.
Listen, people.
Zeke was in a long time ago.
Yeah, and what I heard is you just sat there because you
Hey,
can't take
hey,
the bright lights.
Doug. People might not agree with what I say, but at least I say it. Okay, I'm not a little
You wanna
bitch
call-
like you,
you wanna-
sitting
you-
there in the
you
comments
wanna call
section
me
typing like a keyboard warrior. I say what I say live on the air because I'm not scared of any of you bitches. So shut the fuck up,
yeah,
all right?
And me and Kyle agree. Doug, you come in, sit down Monday night, get taken to the woodshed by me and Kyle, because we will take you to the fucking woodshed. Or if you're really that fucking smart, hit up Tom Arnone right here, plump down the airtime Monday, and do your own fucking show. Don't be calling me a dumbass on my show, because you don't have a fucking clue, Doug Zeke.
And the reason why we're bringing
You're lucky I'm not going to block you because I actually do kind of like Doug.
No, the reason
I
why
block people for fucking less.
The reason why we're giving time of day,
crumb.
we're giving time of day to Doug is because
getting a video
he's
tomorrow.
been here forever and he's talked a lot of shit to me. So that's why I'm giving him a little bit of a plug, just a little bit.
Doug's a family friend. Family don't have to agree with you.
No.
We all call each other idiots and morons. So
Exactly, but some people take it harder
But
than others.
but
so,
Doug,
I mean,
come
it's-
in and
happens.
you've been in here before.
Yeah.
They just opened the door for you.
Heard it didn't go well, by the way, when he sat in.
It's hard when you sit next to a guy like me.
It's really not that
Kyle
dumb.
deals with it every time he wants to
it's
jump
not
on a show.
difficult at
This
all.
is the
It's
first
not
time I believe.
difficult at all.
Is this the first time we've been on air together?
Like
Like
officially,
this.
yeah. Like
Besides,
without me
besides a round table
besides like me walking in the door.
and freaking out because Kyle said something stupid.
Yeah, because it always happens. Like I think he does on purpose when I walk through the door.
Yeah.
He's like hunting for something.
But
What can I say right now?
I'm sitting next to you for the first time in a 2-hour live setting. I think I'm holding my own just fine. So
I don't think I'm that great. So
No, you're good.
don't talk about my friend Tom like that. All right?
yeah, I don't know, I'm just a guy
Case
Scott-
Keenum stinks.
with opinions.
Jeff Lohmeyer, God, I love this show. We love it too. Glad to have you, Jeff. I've never
Thanks,
seen
brother.
Jeff comment before. Jason Tatum, apparently he's a car guy. Michael DeAndrea, Washington pretty
It's
much
James
like a
Tatum.
fifth
He's not
preseason-
happy about the Jason
James
Tatum.
Tatum.
He doesn't want to be.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Jason
He said he doesn't want to be
That's,
clumped.
that's legitimate. I'm not perfect. I'm not a robot.
Tom Lucas on YouTube says, Kyle, are you going to change your tune when Carson has a monster season? Yes, I will. Show me.
Doug
There you
Zeke,
go.
I'm not reading your comment because I'm fucking pissed off at you. James Tatum.
Back.
Kyle is so wrong about this subject. Preseason about evaluating your talent and depth, but Doug is not running pity-patty practices. He had a shitload of reps, especially when the Ravens were in town for these joint practices. The fact of the matter is Doug's practices are very intense, and he makes these guys go hard as hell. Ding, ding, ding. James Tatum has won the Showcase Showdown. He gets to spin the big wheel at the bottom of the hour. He hit on every fucking point. He's making a lot of sense.
Hold on.
Yep.
You guys out there are Eagles fans, right? Do you remember what our record was before Carson Wentz left last year? It was 4-6. Okay.
What does that have anything to do
wasn't
with
it-
it? Your boy played 2 of them games.
No.
So pump your fucking brakes.
What it means is he didn't have a good
Your boy-
season last year.
I agree with that.
Nobody said he
I
did.
agree with that.
Nobody said he did, but we understand what he came back
I got
from.
freaking-
because we have common sense.
People saying that he's
I
going to win
roasted
MVP
Carson.
this year.
Why can't he?
He can, but people are saying he's going to.
He will.
He's not going.
I'll put my money on it.
He's not going to.
I'll put my money on
All right,
it.
$100
It's a
right now.
14 to
All
1.
right?
14
And I
to
get
1
14 to
shot.
1
Even
odds.
odds.
It's a
Even
14.
odds.
No, hell
You're
no.
that confident?
No.
You're that
Because I'm
confident.
putting it through.
You're not that confident. I'm
No,
telling you
because
right
you take
there.
everything with
Okay.
odds. You don't want to pull back when you heard 14 to 1, so you're not that confident that it won't
No,
happen.
I said straight up. You're like, no, hell no. Did you see your face?
I'm
You're
not
like,
doing
hell
nothing
no.
straight up in today's day and
So
age.
you get every player in the league, but he gets
I
one
get one?
player and he gets no odds.
Yeah, because
That's
you're that
not fun.
confident. You said he will.
He will. To me, he will.
Okay, then do it. Like, what the fuck?
Preseason glorified. I think Jake Friel glorified preseason is a glorified joint practice. I agree with that, and I actually think teams get more out of the joint practices than they do in the stupid games.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Last time Carson had a full offseason, he lit the NFL on fire.
Should have been MVP, even though he got hurt,
Yep.
in my opinion. Ryan Brodo, have a good show, boys. Eagles win 31-10.
Roll job.
I'm right there. I'm right there with Brodo. I think that's a dead-on accurate score. James Tatum. Kyle is wrong again. It's not just practice. Joint practice with the Ravens, and Doug is known for having practices hard as hell. His practices are extremely intense.
Yeah, we'll see how wrong I am.
But like, the fucked up thing is like you're rooting for Carson to fail.
Yeah, he is.
Deep down
Yep.
in your little soul right there, you want Carson Wentz to
No,
blow
I just-
cock on Sunday, so
No,
you
I
can
just-
come on the show Monday
I
and tell
just
everyone how
don't-
fucking smart you
I
are.
just don't believe in him. I'm sorry. I don't. I'm pessimistic when it comes to Carson Wentz. I just am. Sorry. Everyone loves him. I understand why. Me being a realist, I'm just pessimistic on him. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
I'm Mr. Philadelphia. I love these teams to death. But I'm pretty objective. I'm more objective than the people who think that Josh Adams was just a mistake to let go and Wendell Smallwood's some fucking stud. Like, Carson Wentz is the truth. You have
He
players
was
telling
the
you.
truth. Yes, he was.
Was.
Okay? We'll see if he is now. He was. In 2017, he was the best quarterback in the league. The best. All right? I had a Carson Wentz jersey.
I have a
All right.
Carson Wentz jersey.
Ever since
I
then,
almost
I'm
wore
like,
it tonight, but I wore this instead.
like last year, I didn't see like his throws on strides. I didn't see him escape from pressure.
Coming off
I
a torn
agree
ACL.
with that. I agree with that. Dude, James Wilder said he was going to kill me and hang me up from a tree because I roasted him after the Dallas game, but everyone thought he had a good game because he threw 360 yards. He didn't. He stunk in that home Dallas loss.
Yeah.
They didn't come ready to play.
there.
He didn't. I was there too. He didn't lead receivers. He didn't hit any receivers in stride. He didn't allow for any of the playmakers to get yards after catch. He didn't have an accurate season despite his completion percentage. Carson Wentz did not have a bad season. But in sports, you got to look for narratives that you believe. And if he had a broken vertebrae since the Vikings game, it makes sense he wasn't accurate. And if you want to sell me his injury prone, he's not going to make it to a season, you're totally entitled to your opinion. But to say he's not a franchise quarterback and doesn't have the talent to win the MVP because you're pessimistic and you want him to fail so you can look like the smartest guy in the room is fucking ridiculous,
Listen,
ridiculous.
I don't want him to fail. I just don't believe in him. There's two different things. All right?
What don't you believe in?
I just don't believe in him. You guys think we're going to get the same exact Carson Wentz from 2017?
Well,
I don't see that.
Why don't you believe in him? Outside of injury. Outside of injury.
I think injuries fuck up some people mentally and physically. I just do. You know, down the road, there's some people that take injuries well, and there's some people that don't take injuries well.
Who said he didn't take it well?
Andrew Luck clearly didn't take it well.
Andrew Luck and Carson Wentz are two different guys.
Exactly.
So now we're comparing.
Where are we?
Why do you keep saying where are we going?
Andrew Luck had to go to Europe because he couldn't pick up a Nerf ball and throw it. You understand this? It's a big differentiation between Andrew Luck and Carson Wentz.
People were MMA tackling him. That's why Andrew Luck finally decided to quit. Finally. All right? Now, I didn't like the way Andrew Luck did it, but that's for a different day.
Well, he couldn't even walk. So I had no problem with the way he did it. Because he told him in March that this is how it was going to be, and they demanded for him to rehab.
But what I'm saying is, how can people say to me that you have to believe in Carson Wentz? I want to believe in Carson Wentz, but right now I'm pessimistic, and there's nothing wrong with being pessimistic.
You're not pessimistic. You said you don't believe in him.
I don't believe in him.
All right.
But I don't.
Other than his injury, like what about?
Notre Dame sucks, by the way.
They're about to go in and tie the game. Like, let's relax. It's a 60-minute game. All right, Chief. let's relax. Okay. But getting back, other than his injury history, like what about Carson Wentz don't you believe in?
I just don't see the same Carson Wentz I did from 2017.
But you haven't seen him yet. We just argued for 85 minutes about how he hasn't.
When he was hurt last year or coming off an injury?
No, when he was in the Colts
We've already established he didn't play in any preseason
I'm
games.
going off of the Colts game, honestly. Because that was the first game back off injury.
You're going off of the first game back from a torn ACL.
Because this was the only – no, listen.
What?
Listen.
When did we play the Colts? Oh, like week 2 of last year?
You're going off his first game back from a torn ACL. And that determined the rest of it.
Do you want me to explain?
I don't think you need to, but go ahead.
Okay. Carson Wentz did his little Houdini act, spinning out of the pocket. Ever since then, we didn't see it. Why is that?
What?
He obviously injured something in that game, so he stopped doing it.
Well, the reports are that he was injured in or around the Minnesota game.
It wasn't the Minnesota game. It definitely wasn't the Minnesota game.
I can only go off the information that I have.
Kyle's a doctor.
I can't.
I could be, but I'm not. I didn't take high school seriously, so that's why I'm not a doctor.
Okay.
Whatever. What are the comments saying? I'm pretty sure they're thrilled with me.
You just throw out you don't believe in Carson Wentz, but
I don't
because he didn't do a spin move out of the pocket like he did in week 2.
Listen, I know everyone at A2D loves Carson Wentz and
it's not a love Carson
awesome.
Wentz.
He's fucking
that's my
good.
franchise quarterback.
He was good.
Dude, come on. The was good stuff's like so ridiculous. You haven't seen him play since coming off an ACL injury. This is his first offseason with a full bill of health since the 2017 year, and you don't want to, and you're not going to put faith into that.
The season starts this week. We will see. All right.
We will.
All right.
We will.
People need to stop hyping him up.
It ain't a hype up. You're talking about fucking Super Bowl or bust, but you don't want to hype your quarterback up and a quarterback leg. Wake the fuck up. Because you can't have it both ways. Jesus Christ.
Tom.
You don't want to hype him up in a Super Bowl or bust. Then you need to
Super Bowl
hold on then lower your fucking expectations right now. Because your expectations shouldn't be Super Bowl or bust. They should be divisional round or wild card or bust. Because now your expectations don't give. Hold on. Your expectations don't go with your agenda, babe. They don't go with your agenda. And I'm here to expose that agenda right now.
Nothing
like I just did to the family.
I don't have an agenda.
You have a big time one.
You have an agenda against
Carson
Wentz. It's evident to me.
Breaking shit down here
if
because of
Carson
you.
Wentz is as good as you guys saying he's going to be, it should be Super Bowl or bust.
Right.
It should be.
That's your words. I didn't say Super Bowl bust. I meant to say title game or
Super Bowl
bust.
or bust. If he's as good as he was in 2017, it's definitely Super Bowl.
Drew Brees, pretty good quarterback.
You're right.
Drew Brees, pretty good quarterback.
So why are you
in the dome? Yeah.
I believe in Carson Wentz. I'm on the Super Bowl or bust train. I'm all in Rob Brinkman. My money's in on him. I believe in Carson Wentz. I think this is the best Eagles team I've ever seen. You don't believe in Carson Wentz, yet you're on my side. It doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. Matt Spielman says but I'm a Sam Darnold guy.
I am a Sam Darnold guy.
You're a USC guy on quarterbacks
I never
when
said
they all
USC
stink.
guy. No, I
when
didn't.
they all
No, I didn't.
stink.
No, I didn't.
I didn't say you're a USC guy. I said you're a USC quarterback guy when they all stink, okay? And you're going to believe in Sam Darnold?
Darnold didn't stink last year. Darnold was
I
actually
agree with
pretty
you, he didn't
decent
stink.
last year.
Oh, but you don't hold Baker's jockstrap. You understand that one? So you want to really wager
Baker
me?
was good
You
last
want to
year.
wager me on
I'll
Sam
give you
Darnold?
credit on that.
I will tell
I
you
will
right
give you
now.
credit on that.
I'll tell you right now that Baker has 10 more TDs than Darnold does this year. Write it in.
With those
You got that pen and paper again?
With those divas, all right, we'll see what
Let me
happens.
write it down. Hold on.
We'll see what happens there.
But and then you picked the Jets last week, and I'm going to see what your official.
That's a hot take, okay? Well, listen.
Okay. So what's
Okay.
your real?
That's just a wrong take. It's not a hot
not a
one.
wrong
It's just
take.
wrong. There's,
He picks Eagles over Jets for the Super Bowl last week. He doesn't believe in Carson, and he thinks Le'Veon Bell's gonna have a down year.
yeah, like how are these teams getting here? How did they get here?
there?
Smoking
Sam Darnold,
mirrors?
man.
Adam Gase is a loser. The guy stinks.
I wouldn't say he's a loser.
He's never won.
Okay, there's a lot of coaches that have never won before.
Doug Peterson has, and you seem to not like.
Yeah, because we had the best Eagles team of all time.
Well, the
back
best
then.
Eagles team is going to be this year, and that's why I'm all in Rob Brinkman. And it's
I
Super Bowl
thought
or
that.
bust.
I thought that that's just how a curse ends type team. Like more so
Everything
than
lined up.
like more so than that's like the best team we've ever had. That's not true. Like the year we went to the Super Bowl with McNabb, that team was better than this team in 2017. Let's be real. It was better. Like with a healthy T.O. and all,
Well,
that
yeah,
team was
yeah,
better.
it was. I
But
mean,
the better
The
team,
TO team was loaded.
like the better
loaded.
50, I'll say the better 53-man roster
Was the
of like
Patriots.
of rallying behind each other. That was the best thing I've ever seen.
Well,
you know what I mean? Like
Last year, the
in
2017
because everybody got hurt. Like
because
all
they-
your captains
no,
got hurt.
They played like a team.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I think that chemistry and that culture is still built here.
Yeah.
So, like, I think these guys are going to rally around 11. I think a lot of ththese players want him to have monster years to shut up critics. So I think you're going to get guys blocking a little extra harder.
Yeah.
And I think the guy throws 40 TDs in his sleep this year, honestly. There's that much talent
That's
on
a
this.
lot.
Dude, it's a passing league, and his roster is loaded.
It's a lot.
John Burke,
40
you have to
TDs.
believe in
How many
Carson.
did he have before he got hurt in 2017?
33.
33.
So he's right
Yeah.
there. If
33
he
and
finishes
7.
it out.
It's a pretty good year.
John Burke, you have to believe in Carson. We don't have a choice at this point. Hashtag agree it. Great point, cuz. My cousin John Burke knows what he's talking. Sometimes he knows what he's talking about.
YouTube is triggered.
James Tatum, what about the play he threw across his body to Alshon for a touchdown against the Giants? That's not Houdini enough for you? I do remember that play, and that was an
Which one was
amazing
this?
play. On that one Thursday night game where after they lost to the Panthers, I believe, they went up to the Meadowlands on
I was there.
Thursday Night Football.
Yeah, he threw Dalshin Jeffrey in the back of the end zone.
Yeah, and he did a fucking 6-spin move and avoided the whole
It was
rush.
a nice throw. It was a very nice throw. Well,
You said he didn't do that since week 3, and that was like
it wasn't a
week 5.
Houdini move. I remember it. I was there. I had club seats.
You're the
What is
worst.
that?
You're the worst with credit. Like,
Hey,
you are
come
the
on,
worst with credit.
Yeah, you had club seats, though.
Listen,
You had
you
club,
can.
you had club seats.
Yeah,
though.
close. You had to throw that in just to, like, he
Club
slid
seats.
that across the
No,
tip.
and, and they were free.
Let him just pick that name right up there.
Just you can have your cake and eat it too. Do you realize after all this time?
Damn
you,
right I can.
You can love the old backup quarterback here, and you can still love the guy that's going on right now. Because guess what,
I
Kyle?
don't love
As
backup
much-
quarterbacks.
You can-
I love the guy that won the Super Bowl.
You can love Nick and love Carson at the same damn time, and this was all been.
Nick
but-
Foles isn't here anymore. I want to love Carson Wentz, but I want to believe in him.
No, I'm saying when they were both here, you could have loved both of them,
I
but you didn't want to.
No, listen. People don't get this. The reason why
Who's more talented?
Wentz.
Okay. So
All right. The-
who's more talented? Who has a chance to carry you to a Super Bowl? Who can carry you to a Super Bowl?
Wentz.
Okay.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
So the talent is
Do you
100
know how
times better.
pissed off I was at Wentz when he ran into 2 linebackers and got
He didn't
injured?
run into 2
Yes, he
linebackers.
did.
Tried to make a play.
It was clear as day. He ran right into
Oh
2
my God.
linebackers.
Go watch it again.
We're getting
please.
a bunch of
I've
we're
watched
just
it
getting a bunch
10
of
times.
shout outs from the 2014 about. I think that outside of this year, like the 2014 was way more talented,
Yeah.
loaded. We're naming the defense. Where'd the comment go?
Lido, Sheldon.
Hey, when-
Lito,
Dawkins.
Sheldon,
Wendell.
Trotter, Dawk,
Wendell,
like
I-
Javon Curse.
Hey, Lindell.
Hugh
I
Douglas
love
was
Ben
on the team, I
Ben
believe.
Shapiro's the man. I love Ben Shapiro.
Nah,
You don't like him?
I didn't say that. I'm just not touching that on this forum.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Haskins. Someone mentioned Haskins. Yeah, Dwayne Haskins stinks. The fact that he couldn't beat out Case Keenum, and Daniel Jones is on the verge of beating out Eli Manning. I think that tells me all I need to know. The Redskins have no chance on Sunday. They have no chance. They have. Let me rephrase. They have minimal chance. I'll never discount a division rivalry because
You can't because it's divisional rivalry.
Yeah,
but they're going to win 31-10.
I'm like 34.
I say 27-20.
34-14, 34-17, right around there.
Eagles talk. Great show, guys.
Thank you.
Definitely loaded up. That's YouTube. What's going on YouTube, Kyle?
All right, YouTube. It's basically a lot of fuck me chats. And yeah, that's
Well,
pretty.
please let us know what they said.
Yeah.
No, because here's what Kyle does, Tom. Kyle and Brad does. That's why Brad can't read. Love the guy that can't read comments anymore. Because they read the comments in their head and just, like, read them in their head, and then they laugh down themselves and, like, go, that's ridiculous. Like, you got to read them.
And it's like, what did you say?
You got to read them out loud and then say your reactions live on the air. Like, that's the point of it.
Yeah.
So, your comments. If you don't want to.
Oh, here we go. Jericho Beats 24 says, "Ask me, who won the Super Bowl? Graham or Foles? Combined effort." And I'll admit that. Listen, if
First
Graham,
off, no, it's not.
No.
Nick Foles won that Super Bowl.
No.
He didn't miss a throw.
Wait. Hold on for a fucking second.
Yeah.
All right. Graham, if he didn't get that strip sack, we would have lost that game. 100%.
Yeah, I agree with you.
We
but
were not stopping Tom Brady.
No,
It
but
wasn't happening.
Isn't that goes to that's a point? In my opinion, that's a point on my argument that Nick Foles is way more important. Brandon Graham didn't do a thing for 58 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
The Patriots went up and down all over us.
Well, that's why I'm saying
We
love
needed Nick
Nick
Foles to be
because
perfect to win that
Nick
game, and he was.
Nick Foles went toe-to-toe with the best QB of all time.
for one night.
Yeah.
And he's the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, because it was in the best
I love Nick
time
Foles.
ever. It was
And
it was in crunch time in
eternally
front of
grateful.
100 million Americans. Like, come on, dude. Like, I don't understand why he doesn't get more love.
Get
honestly.
more love. What do you mean?
I
We
acted like a
love it.
50-year-old woman that night, saying I'm a 50-year-old woman. Like, feel like I just drank a bottle of freaking wine. I'm an emotional roller coaster off
Yeah.
of Brandon Graham. This is a guy who was ran out of town,
Yeah.
wasn't good enough, wasn't Earl Thomas, wasn't A, B, C, and D, and all he did was just put his head down and become a damn good defense end in this
That's
league.
when I knew
And,
that-
and that's when all the stars are lined up when you see a guy like that who wasn't good enough here, right? You go back like 3 or 4 years ago, it was like, oh, he's not good enough. It's Brandon Graham. He always had the stigma of not being Earl Thomas. And that's why all the stars lined up. All the stars lined up.
That right there is when I
that
knew the game
season.
was over, is when he strip sacked him.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Well, there was,
I think
there was
it's a
like 3
wrap.
minutes left
Thank
in the
you.
game. Duh.
It was right there.
No, I knew the game was over. First off, I never had a doubt that they were going to win that game against the Patriots. Never a doubt in my mind. Once they beat Atlanta, it was lock, stock, and barrel for me. They were winning the Super Bowl. Nothing was stopping them because I thought there was a stone loss to Atlanta, which Atlanta, I think 9 times out of 10.
Hey, at least you agree with me, Jericho, after calling me a piece of shit.
People are hammering you in here. I love it.
That's
They're
right.
all over you.
No, listen,
You're
I
just not consistent with your takes.
no,
Kyle.
it's fine. Listen, it's fine. People could yell at me all they want. They could call me an asshole. It's fine. Do whatever you got to do. All right. As long as you're watching, I'm fine.
Jericho said nitro dummy. Tom Lucas, I don't agree with you, Super Bowl or bust, brother. That's not fair in today's NFL.
I'm in. What's the guy's name?
Tommy Lucas.
Tommy Lucas. I'm in.
I'm just more NFC title gamer, bust. 'Cause I just feel like that's like realistic. Like you're saying that they're a top 4 team in the league. Anything can happen. Like I'm putting them right there. Though I have us predicted to win the Super Bowl, but the way the NFL goes, like the expectations are going to change throughout this year because if injuries happen, your expectations change. If you stay healthy, your expectations change. So if you talk to me in Week 16 after Week 17 and we're in the playoffs fully healthy, ready to go, then guess what my expectations become? Super Bowl or bust. Do you see how I can?
That's fine.
I can change it as it goes.
That's
but
a rational fan's perspective. I'm not a rational fan.
me either.
I'm not a rational
Somebody's
fan
got to
either.
be semi-rational
See
here.
me if they start 1-3, I'm
After
gonna
the-
be crushing them, saying
when-
they stink and fire everybody. I'm not a rational fan.
You guys are asking.
I don't do this shit so I can be right and look like the biggest genius. I do it because I fucking love it. Despite what fucking people in the chat think, I'm fucking good at it. And I had the time of my life on Monday night. I don't care about being right. I'd rather have a good time and entertain people than be right about every fucking single sports take.
Yeah, I entertain just am right. So it's just an easier.
Yeah. You're not.
It's just easier for me.
He laughed at his own joke.
Yeah.
because it was funny.
Hashtag fake talk.
Hashtag never know.
Never. Yeah.
was
You
awesome.
should start taking it. Kyle was in here real quick. We got to go to break
What
soon.
is analogy?
That was quick.
With it now, yeah, I got it written down right here now. I know
And
it
Dwayne
down
Haskins
right.
stinks.
Yeah.
Not that he said he was any good. No, so I'm not,
No,
that wasn't a bad.
That was
about
a
you.
nice. That was a nice start.
That was a
to my
while
education.
ago too. There's certain positions I feel like I get right. Like if I was an exec in the NFL, like I don't miss on D-backs. Haven't missed on one in fucking years, and I'm pretty good with my quarterbacks.
So what do you think about Sidney Jones?
I think I honestly,
Mr. Scout. Let's put you to the test.
No, I thought when he was healthy last year, you started seeing some better flashes of better football. But again, another guy just the best abilities, availability, and he just wasn't right again. But I think this year
is he gonna pull his weight as a second weight?
Listen, when your coach's ass coming out and it's Darby and Jones are your 1-2, I gotta believe this kid looked great in camp. I gotta believe that he's back to the guy that we thought we were getting. We were stealing a top 10 pick in the second round. I gotta believe and hope that he's back there. There's no way he's beating out Avonte and Rasul. If he's not,
wait, before we go to break.
Yeah, no, I agree on that one. Yeah,
Kyle Cap says he was talking to me. He was like, "Please bring up the fact that the Cowboys are horrendously overrated. They're horrendously overrated."
No, they're not.
No, they're not. Not if Zeke's happy and whole.
I'm saying it because he wanted me to tell him that.
I know.
Are you a Eagles Baker Mayfield Super Bowl? Is that where you're going with your prediction? You're an Eagles Browns Super Bowl.
Listen, yeah, Frank, let it roll for 2 more minutes. We can get it. We'll go to break in a sec. There's no reason.
Yeah, hold the beat.
We'll just hold it for a sec. But to me, I think talent-wise, these are the 2 most talented rosters in football. I think what people forget about Cleveland right now is, 1, the stigma. I get that of always stinking. But 2, that defense is loaded. We all talk about what's on that offense side of football. When
their offensive line is loaded.
Like when I'm making this call about the Cleveland being one of a team that could very easily sneak into a Super Bowl or an AFC title game, I'm talking about that defense and how good they are, and Baker making another stride. So I could very well see being Cleveland Eagles Super Bowl because to me they're the most in both conferences the most talented rosters. Kansas City's right there. Kansas City's defense isn't as good as Cleveland's.
No,
they're not even close to being as good as Cleveland.
Yeah, I had Eagles Colts, but obviously I'm going to revise.
And Colts defense is still real good,
baby.
which means they can still win. They can still go 9-7 with Jacoby because their defense is loaded. But for everybody out there that said Frank Reich, the smartest guy in the room,
he's going to have to prove it now.
Now you got to prove it because there was a guy yesterday who was taking shots at Doug. I don't know how you do that at this point. And he's like, "Oh, look at the numbers,
I didn't see that.
This and that." And I'm like,
I would have crushed him.
I'm like, we're going to take shots at the guy, the first head coach in this city to ever win us a Super Bowl.
Yeah, Doug's phenomenal.
And then Frank's the smartest guy ever. Like, I love Frank Reich, but I mean,
he's going to have to prove it this year.
Yeah, like now you're up against it.
We'll do our picks right after break. Our official breaks.
Great half, guys.
Great half. Thanks for subbing
Absolutely,
in.
boys.
Brad will be back
Great
next
time.
week. Sports Towns from the Real Talk Studios. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Welcome back. Second hour of the Sports Hounds coming at you with you till 10 o'clock tonight. As always, the Sports Hounds are brought to you by Gibson Merritt LLC. They're our certified accountants. Make them yours, too. 215-369-3300. Also brought to you by Scanzano Sports. They bring you our poll question each and every week. Visit scanzanosports.com to find out about their facilities and services. Crazy first half. Off the chain. Thank you to everyone who tuned in. We broke Twitter. We're breaking Facebook. We're breaking records here at A2D. Monday night is hot. Monday night is hot.
Always.
100%. Brad's not even here.
Nope. And Brad brings the party. Trust me, he brings the party every single week. But
we
you know,
great dynamic here. All right, let's do some NFL predictions because I feel like we do official NFL predictions every week, and then Andrew Luck retires. The Texans make a bunch of trades, so. Let's go through it right now. Then we're going to go through some week one stuff, too. I want to get some college stuff and some MLB stuff, too, if there's time. So, NFC East, Ezekiel Elliott doesn't appear to be signing imminently.
No.
That's a huge problem for the Cowboys because I have them as the second-best team in the NFC with Ezekiel Elliott to the Eagles, and I have them potentially not making the playoffs without Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah.
Now, he has to show up eventually, right?
100%. You know, I think he shows up by week 3, if not week 2.
Even if he's not signed, he has 2 years left.
Yeah, he does. But you know, he feels like he's getting underpaid, which I agree he is. But sometimes players got to live up to their contracts, and he overwhelmingly did. So I'd say pay the guy. If you don't,
I would pay him.
If you don't, trade him. I mean, honestly, at this point, I would trade him away for a lot of pieces if he doesn't want to be there for that amount of money.
So the NFC East, are you on the Eagles to win the NFC East?
Yes. 100%.
Okay, so we agree. Frank, you can jump in on the predictions as well if you'd like, or if you want to save them for Frank. Wednesday on the Fix, 6 p.m. I now have my Twitter notifications straightened out. I'll be sharing that show on Twitter each and every week.
Well, from Wednesday's show, we actually did our prediction show last week.
Now, were you on after the Texans made those trades? Because the Texans trades totally shifted my opinion of the AFC South.
Now, with the AFC South, I had the Texans winning the South regardless because I know that Jacoby Brissett being the starting quarterback, with all the talent he has around him, yeah, the Colts will still compete, but I don't think they're gonna win the South. They'll be in the hunt, but I just don't see the Colts at one bit a playoff team with Brissett under center.
And I agree with you. We went through their schedule last week. I mean, I thought the Colts were really going to be good, but that's the way a cookie crumbles. All right, so NFC East, all three of us are going to be in agreement that the Eagles are going to win that.
I mean, why not? Why not?
You?
No.
You're in on that. Frank's in on that.
Yeah.
You can't not be.
Why not?
Let's go to the NFC North. Packers and Bears play Thursday night in Chicago to kick off the NFL 100. This is a big game. I like the Bears in the North. I think their defense is real. I think Mitchell Trubisky's good enough, and I think they're well coached.
Mm-hmm.
So I like the Bears in the North, and I don't like that this Matt LaFleur guy is trying to ching up Aaron Rodgers and not let him audible, and their relationship didn't get off to the best start from what it sounds like. So I'm on the Bears in the North.
I have the Packers. Aaron Rodgers. So he's gonna bounce back. He's gonna carry the team. And he's going to turn into what he was in past years.
And I, too, had the Packers win
so
the
you
North.
Had the Packers. All right,
the Packers are probably going to be a dark horse team going into the playoffs. There's just something odd about this Packers team that I like. But they're definitely going to be a playoff team, but a serious playoff contender, not yet.
No.
Trevor Harris has the Bears in that division, so me and Trevor agree. You guys had the Packers.
It's their defense.
So I'm assuming you guys had the Packers winning on the road Thursday?
No. I actually have the Bears.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the Packers will win that division, but the Bears definitely have the best defense in the league. So I think the Bears get amped up. And the Bears are home on Thursday.
And I think they're going to have a chip on their shoulder with that idiot kicker messing up their whole season.
Good old Cody Parkey.
All right, where are we at? NFC West, because this is where these are my two bold predictions for the season. I have Saints and Rams out. out in the NFC. I love Seattle. I love
do as
Russell
well.
Wilson. I love Chris Carson. I love that they got Clowney. They still have Bobby Wagner. Like, I think Pete Carroll kind of strikes me as a crumb, but, I mean, his record speaks for itself. They're pretty much in the playoffs every year. I love Seattle in the West, and I think the Rams are going to struggle to live up to expectations
from last
and
year.
The Super Bowl hangover. I mean, Atlanta proved it. The Super Bowl hangover is real.
It is.
So,
I agree.
I got the Rams out. I got the NFC West as a one playoff team division, and I think it's going to be the Seahawks.
I agree with everything you just said, but I have the NFC West as a 2 playoff team.
So you're
division.
a Niners guy?
I'm a Niners guy. Yep.
I'm actually.
Yep.
There we go. I got the. Why is this not picking up? There we go.
There you go.
All right, I actually have the Rams and the Seahawks make the playoffs
Okay.
with the Rams taking the division and the Seahawks taking the wild card.
And there's always playoff turnover in the NFL, so I just think that the NFC South, I think the Saints are just a bunch of babies. They're
Okay.
still fixed on January, even
Yeah.
though they had 4 or 5 chances to win that game
Yeah, they're
after
not-
the blown call.
Yeah, they're still talking about, which
and
is really like
Melvin
not
Ingram's
what you
talking
want.
about it in Baltimore.
Yep.
About how he hopes the Saints do good because they got screwed.
Yep.
He's talking about it as a member of another team.
It's rent free, you know.
Imagine what there's still a chip on that shoulder in that locker room,
Yep.
but I think that's a negative chip.
Yeah, it's annoying.
And
But
I got Atlanta in that division reluctantly over the Panthers because I don't trust Cam to stay healthy.
I actually have the Panthers. Believe it or not, I actually think the Panthers are gonna have a really good year in the NFC South, and I think it's one of those years where you don't know who's gonna win in that division. They're all 3 of them are really good teams.
Tampa's not.
Tampa's not a good
It's a
team.
3-team race.
Yeah, it's a 3-team race. I just see Carolina this year. It's weird. Cam Newton's on or off every single year.
I mean,
Eh.
Cam is a winner.
Yeah,
even though
I mean,
he didn't
he
jump
is.
on the ball. I mean, they were 6-2. You let that comeback against the Eagles. They were 6-2 before he hurt his shoulder last year.
Yep,
That's
exactly.
a good record.
Then he went down.
Christian McCaffrey is a beast. I think
Stud.
DJ Moore is a huge breakout candidate. And if Kuechly stays healthy, he's one of the biggest monsters in the entire league. So
Absolutely.
I get your Carolina vibes, but, I mean, Matt Ryan, and they addressed their offensive line, and I think Freeman is going to be healthy this year. And I don't know. I feel like everything worked against Atlanta last year.
Freeman.
Devontae
Devontae.
Freeman.
Okay, yeah.
he-
I was
he
thinking of
could-
Coleman.
Yeah. Well, he's in San Francisco
he's in
now.
San Fran
but, I
now.
mean, I don't really get the Niners hype. I mean, I have to see it from Jimmy G. I mean, he got all that money for doing nothing, and then got
He'll be
tore
good
his
this year.
ACL.
He'll be
and their,
back.
and their defense is pretty good too. So
Yeah.
pretty good. It's young. I got to see
Yeah.
it from him before I go on the air. And
now when it
make a
goes with the
prediction for
South, I actually have the Saints go into the playoffs.
him. Okay.
Um,
So do you have all the same playoff teams as last year in the NFC?
I actually have the
No, you have the
Falcons make the
Packers.
playoffs as well.
So
Okay.
who's your 6?
My 6, I got Eagles, Saints, Packers, Rams, Falcons, Seahawks.
Okay, so Seahawks
So you have
are
no
6.
you have no Bears.
No Bears.
Okay.
Okay.
I
and then
I can see that.
I have Eagles, Falcons. See, it's so tough because if Ezekiel Elliott shows up tomorrow
Mhm.
and is paid in his hat, because I believe he's in shape, and I believe he's ready to go, and I
Right.
believe he's that good where he can practice for one day and then go tear up the New York Giants
Yep.
on Sunday. I think he's that good, and that's why I'm shocked that Jerry's being this stubborn about paying him because they need him to win. If
It's an off the field issue thing. You know, everything
it has to be right.
Yeah, everything you want in the locker room, on the football field, whatever. But in the locker room, it's kind of everything to
And-
Jerry Jones, and that's what he's focused on. He's like, do I really want to offer this guy a contract who's getting into fights with security guards at an Electric Dance Carnival
Yeah.
concert? Like, I mean, like, come on. Like, you got to look at off the
And
field
I've been
issues
to
a little
those
more.
things before,
They're
and
fun.
it's like a happy, jovial environment. I
fun.
don't understand how you can just go up and shove a security guard.
He's probably on a
EDC.
ton of drugs too. And I mean, it's
Oh.
just it's
I
insane.
mean, whatever. And then, but the snag there has to be that Jerry and the Cowboys want behavior clauses, and Zeke is.
Yeah, being
not into
resistant.
that.
Yep, I agree. Wow, we're on the
But-
same page for the first
Yeah.
time tonight.
We get there. We get there sometimes.
we get there sometimes.
We get there sometimes. So, I'm gonna go ahead and pick the Cowboys as a wild card because I think there's this guy has to show up. It's common sense and logic. Maybe he doesn't because he's a stone knucklehead, and Jerry Jones is too stubborn to pay him. I don't know. I hope the Dallas ship sinks and burns to the ground.
Yeah.
Even though I picked Zeke 4th in fantasy.
Yeah.
But
That
I
was
got
bad.
I got Tony Pollard and whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe we won't win that league.
You know, I get the pick tomorrow, which I'm picking 9th overall, so I need some help there.
Would you take
I
Zeke if
just
he's
don't-
there?
Absolutely not.
I trust it. I
Yeah.
went against my instincts, and 'cause I knew this was going to happen.
I'd
He was
probably
gonna
pick
miss
David
games.
Johnson, honestly.
So the South, I have Atlanta. That's my 2 seed. That's my NFC Championship game. Eagles Falcons.
Mhm.
3, I have Seattle. And 4, I have the Bears. I
Okay.
think that's going to be a highly contested division because I think the Vikings are going to be better.
Yeah, I think the Vikings will be better as well. Wow, that was a good tackle. I think the Vikings will be better as well. I just don't see them being better than the Packers and Bears. You know, it's just one of those things. And they still have Anthony Barr, right, on the
Yeah,
Vikings.
because he was going to go to the
He's
Jets
gonna go to
and
the
then
Jets.
he changed his mind at the last second
Yep.
and went.
I think the Vikings will be a
back.
better team this year. So,
But like, I'm trying to scheme a scenario in my head where the Eagles can host the NFC Championship game at the Link against Dallas.
On paper, we have the best team in the NFC easily.
Yeah.
So,
And I think Dallas is second, but they're going to have to play in the division round because the Eagles are going to be the 1 seed.
Yeah.
Unless the Eagles aren't the 1 seed somehow.
and then they play before that.
Yeah.
Because if they're the 5 seed and the Eagles are 1, there's like, it's pretty
Small.
certain that they're going to play in the division round,
Easily.
which will still be lit. But I want the Super Bowl on the line. I want to crush them
I don't know. See, I don't know if I want to play the Cowboys
you're
in the
scared.
playoffs.
because you're scared.
I don't want to lose to them.
Because
You
you're
know
scared.
how bad that would be?
You're scared. Get a dog, dude. Are you kidding me?
I have a dog.
Then get a bigger one. Get one like Tom's dog that's big and scary.
No,
and
because if we lose
barks
to
his
the
head all
Cowboys
the
in the playoffs, I'd hear
it
those
would
fans,
suck.
"Oh,
It
we
would
won, you
suck,
beat
and it
me."
would be devastating. But I'll be here Monday. I won't be in
I
a
will be
hole.
too. I'll be pissed.
I won't be. I won't be.
I
in,
would be so mad.
I won't be in a hole like their fans would be if we beat them to go to the Super Bowl or advance to the NFC Championship game.
I would be so mad if that were to
I'll be
happen.
here, flying my colors, not hiding in a bunker somewhere. I'll
Yeah.
tell you that much.
You think I was
that
loud
would
on-
suck.
You think I was loud on this show? Just
That would
wait
suck.
until that one.
You think I won't be heated that night?
Oh, it'd be bad.
It would be bad.
I'd probably be
But I'm not
hungover.
gonna sit here and say I'm scared to play the Cowboys because I don't want to lose them. So they're fierce. Bring the Cowboys on. Bring their fans on. They're a bunch of idiots.
Yeah, we can't say the R word. I know that was that's where you were leaning.
Yeah, the R. Well, it's not a nice word.
It's not a nice
It's
word.
really not.
It's not.
Yeah, they're a bunch of stew nod. I usually go stew nod or jabroni.
I like that word, jabroni.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Oh, what the fuck?
I'm missing a division. No, and then my wild cards are Dallas and either Carolina or Green Bay.
Okay.
Which one? I don't know.
Go. Oh, fuck. Wow. All right, I'm gonna have to say Green Bay for you, because you're on a side of a fence. But for me, Carolina's in the playoffs. But you're saying Green Bay or Carolina. I think
well,
Green Bay's better
where
than
we
Carolina.
disagree is I think we have. Well, you have the Niners in the playoffs.
Yeah,
don't you?
I do.
So yeah, I got to go Packers.
Okay.
Even though both those divisions are tough. Because like the South and the North.
Yeah, but the
are-
Packers are better than Carolina, in my opinion.
Okay, so it sounds like you don't have the Bears in the playoffs. You're like Frank,
I don't. I think
which I
they're-
think is crazy.
I
'Cause
think
I
they're-
don't see how you can not pick the team with the best
I
defense.
think
in the
because their
league to make
defense
the
is
playoffs.
phenomenal, but they're running Tariq Cohen as the feature back, and he's very fucking small. So I don't know how it's going to work out for a 16-game season.
Well, that's not what the reports are saying out of Chicago.
He's the
David
fe-
Montgomery is the starting back, and
Why would he be the starting back?
Because they picked him in the second round, and they really like him, and that's what I read online almost every day about him. And Tariq Cohen's still going to have a role, but
Yeah,
he's
but-
going to be like a young Sproles, you know?
Then why would you give her to Jordan Howard?
Because for
He didn't
whatever
fit the scheme.
it didn't.
No.
He didn't jive there with Nagy. It didn't work.
All right.
They didn't give up anything for him, so like they weren't thrilled with him there,
All right.
and that's fine because I see him as stepping into a LeGarrette Blount type role. With that, John Burke checks in. Saints 1, Eagles 2, Bears 3, 4 Seahawks, 5 Rams, 6 Packers. Okay.
Not terrible. All right, over here on YouTube, we have Bryce Blackwell. Eagles, Bears, Falcons, Rams, Seahawks, Saints. And on the other side, he has... Well,
That's never going to happen. It's not going to be the same 6 teams as last year.
Yeah, it's not.
Well, no, he had Atlanta.
Bryce, I'll read your AFC on the when we do them. Marcos Levy says Eagles, Falcons, Rams, Packers, Saints, Cowboys. So he's taking out one of the teams.
Say it again.
Eagles, Falcons,
Okay.
Rams, Packers, Saints, Cowboys.
Who are your 2 wild cards again? San Fran and
San Fran and Seattle. No. It's San Fran and
Because you're with me on the Rams, right?
forget
We're on the
who
same
it
page
is.
there, right?
Yeah, they're gonna be out. I have who's my other wild card team?
Are you Dallas guy or no?
Not really. No. San Fran and I'll say Atlanta. I'll go Atlanta.
So you have Carolina and Atlanta. And
I have Carolina winning the
you
NFC
have the Bears.
South.
You have the Bears out.
Yeah,
Okay, and then your NFC champion is,
Philadelphia Eagles.
but you don't believe in Carson.
Right. Hey, listen, if he proves me wrong this year,
I'm not. We
I'll be
talked
really
about-
happy. All right, but I'm just a pessimistic guy. I really am.
I mean, I see what you're doing. You're covering your bases.
Yeah.
So you can say, what do you mean I didn't believe in Carson? I picked him to go to the Super Bowl. All right, let's go to the AFC. We'll start in the East, AFC East. I mean, I just don't see it with the Jets dethroning New England. I just don't see it. I need to see New England not win that division for me to pick against them. It's New England. I'm picking them. They might not have a bye week because I think the Jets could get them once.
Well, if Tom Brady busts his hip out
How can
week
you
4,
assume it? Obviously, then they're going to stink.
well, he's 42 years old. You could always assume it's going to happen. It's got to happen eventually, right?
You're Jets guy in the.
I am a
the
Jets
East.
guy. I'm
Okay.
a huge Jets
That's
guy.
fine. We're doing predictions, and we're in the trust tree, circle of trust, and
Have a good night, Thomas.
I'm done screaming at you.
Thomas said Eagles, Rams, Bears, Saints, Vikings, Seattle.
I like the Vikings pick. I do. I just hate their fans, so I'm not going to go on record to pick those idiots.
Okay.
But I think Dalvin Cook bounces back. I like their rookie that they took in the 3rd round, Mattis, out of Boise State. Thielen and Diggs. I mean, that might be the best receiver.
Thielen's
combo.
probably one of my favorite wide receivers in fantasy.
He's a
this year.
stud.
Yep. I had him last year. He performed every game. He was like a.
I mean, Kirk
he was like a different
Cousins-
version of Antonio Brown. It
And,
was-
their defense. They picked a lineman in the 1st round of the draft. They have a great defense. Like,
Yep.
A lot of pieces there. I just hate them. And I hate the Saints, too. So maybe I'm letting biases get in the way.
Oh, you
My
are.
sports opinions.
100%.
But getting back to the AFC, I had the Patriots in the East. You have the Jets. AFC South. That's kind of the one where I'm going to backpedal on the. I said the
Jags.
Colts. You got the Jags now. I
Yep.
mean,
You're gonna go Texans, aren't you?
yeah.
Okay.
Definitely Texans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a one bid division
Okay.
for me. You have Deshaun Watson. You now have Deshaun Watson protected. You gave up Clowney for other pieces, and you didn't lose. Like, you can afford because you have J.J. Watt and Merciless. So you're still good on pass rush.
Right.
So like, I don't know. I see them as a much more balanced team, and they got. Didn't they get a running back too?
Running back. Well, they had Lamar Miller. He tore his ACL, so
Right.
they
They have
got
Duke Johnson.
Carlos Hyde.
Carlos Hyde.
Yep.
Thank you, Frank.
Yep.
I think that's potentially good enough with Tunzel at left tackle. I mean, he's a good player. That's a good get.
Yeah, I mean he's good.
Yeah, but
he's
they were
not
about to be able have to start that Titus Howard guy who just because Howie swindled him in the draft and jumped him and took Dillard,
know.
who's a
from
beast.
South Alabama.
Yeah, took a guy from South
Who the
Alabama.
hell is that
and, like,
guy?
what are you doing? Wow, I guess Bill O'Brien thinks he's the smartest guy in the league.
He's
I'm
not.
not a big. I'm
He was
not
a Penn
big,
State coach. What do you think he is?
I'm not a big Bob guy, but I think that Watson, Hopkins, Kenny Stills, who they also got in that trade,
He's
he's
decent.
a decent player.
He has-
he's
he
a
pa-
nice
he-
compliment.
He packs a punch when talking about speed.
And
so-
then, so you're gonna pick Foles.
Of course I'm picking Foles. Why
Houston.
wouldn't I pick
That's
Foles?
fine.
Yeah.
They could, but I just think they signed Foles at the expense of too many things, and I think that Leonard Fournette can't be trusted.
I like Leonard Fournette a lot. I think he has a bounce back year this year. I might pick him in fantasy actually. I think
I was all in on him last year, and
he's
I
a t-
finished last in every league.
yeah, but he's
because
a
of that
talent, man.
freaking idiot.
When he's on, he's a talent. So I mean, I think he could be a top 7 back maybe.
The AFC North has 3
I'm going with the Ravens.
good teams.
I gotta go with the
I
Ravens.
love Lamar Jackson, and I don't hate that pick at all. But
Yeah.
I'm Tommy hit on it at the end of the top of the hour. I love Baker. Those two.
Yeah, he's good.
Those
He's
two
very good.
quarterbacks were my favorites coming out of that draft class: Lamar and Baker, the two Heisman Trophy winners.
A lot of people like Rosen. That was a
Yeah, but he stinks.
yeah. He really does stink.
Another guy, you're gonna tell me he's good, but he can't beat out Ryan Fitzpatrick? I mean, give me a break. So I am gonna go with if the Browns don't get pass happy with Baker Mayfield and rely on their offensive line and Nick Chubb, who I think is a really good player. I think the sky's the limit for this Browns team.
Yeah.
Because they have enough weapons for Baker. They have a great defense. They have a great offensive line. They have a great running game. The coach is I don't know about the coach. He's a first-year coach. It's Freddie Kitchens. So I'm in on the Browns. I think they're gonna have a bye, and I think they're gonna have the 2 seed. So I'm picking the Browns in the North.
Okay. It's not a bad pick.
And I don't know where I'm gonna go with my wild card because I like the Chiefs as a the Chiefs.
As a wild card.
No, the Chiefs are gonna win the West.
I think the Chargers are going to be a wild card.
I don't know because Derwin James is out for 4 months.
Yeah, but Phillip Rivers is so good, man. Like, I mean, the guy's like 15 kids, and he's
I love
dominant.
Phillip Rivers.
Yeah.
I love Phillip. I'm a big fan of Phillip Rivers. Always have been. He's just a straight gunslinger.
Yeah, he's good.
Love him. But I got to think about the Chargers.
I think
Yeah, I originally had the Chargers as my 1 seed, and
Yeah.
that was factoring Derwin James, and the possibility of Melvin Gordon being ready by the season. But now it's like,
Melvin Gordon's not there.
He's
and
not
it's like
there, and then the news about Russell Okung being out with a blood clot,
another big factor.
a huge factor. Just nothing goes right for this Chargers team. As much as I want to have high hopes for
Now,
this team, they're probably one of the most snake-bitten franchises in recent
they can
memory.
never win.
They can never win, especially with all the talent that they got. There's always something that gets in their way. I do have the Chargers making the playoffs. I think they'll try to make some serious moves. And their roster is pretty deep enough. I mean, our roster is complete in the NFC. The Chargers are probably just as complete in the AFC.
Okay.
So I got the Chargers and the Chiefs representing the West in the playoffs.
Okay.
John Burke, seriously, 1 Chargers, 2. Chargers, 1, Pats, 2, 3 Ravens, 4 Texans, 5 Chiefs, 6 Steelers.
Okay.
So he's not a Browns guy either, I guess.
No, he's not. He's probably going with the Eagles.
John Lumber, Steelers, I like their defense. Devin Bush could be defensive rookie of the year. That guy's a beast. I totally agree with that, Jeff.
I made that prediction. What was it? It was me and the rest of the guys on the Fix on Wednesday. We both I don't know if it was Ryan or Ralph that said Devin Bush to win the defensive rookie.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Josh Allen guy could be a contender for that as well from the Jaguars.
Yeah.
The defensive end from Kentucky.
Yeah, the guy that the Giants passed up on to get Daniel Jones.
So, AFC South we did, AFC North we did,
AFC
West we did, AFC East we did. So then wild cards.
Yeah.
I'm in on Lamar Jackson. I like him.
Okay.
I think he's a good player. I think he's electric. He's got to stay healthy, but I'll jump in on Baltimore as a wild card team.
I'll go Pittsburgh. I think Pittsburgh is a wild card team, and I think the other wild card team will be the Chargers.
I have the Chargers out.
Yeah, the Chargers out.
Yeah, I don't like this Melvin Gordon, Derwin James, Russell Okung.
I just love
perfect
Phillip
storm of
Rivers.
it.
Love Phillip
So
Rivers.
do I, and he's a good player.
I might pick him in fantasy, honestly. He's good.
Bob Brinkman checks in. He has the Chiefs and the Chargers in the AFC title game and the Eagles-Falcons in the NFC title game.
Okay.
Bob agrees with me, and I just don't see it with the Chargers this year. My last wild card, I got to think I'm not missing anyone. I'm not in on the Jets.
The ball's out. You're
I'm
not in on the Jets?
No, they're not going to make the playoffs. No one else from the AFC South is going to make the playoffs. So I guess I have the North having 3 teams.
You know what's crazy?
I guess I have Ravens, Steelers as the wild cards. Browns winning that division with the Texans, the Patriots, and the Chiefs.
You know what's crazy? You know what that means? I had the Chargers as a wild card. Guess who misses the playoffs?
The Patriots?
Yep.
Okay.
Everything adds up. That's what I have.
Bob Brinkman agrees with you about the Bolts.
Mm-hmm.
So who's your AFC title game?
AFC title game, okay. Jets. All right.
Even though you don't think Le'Veon Bell's going to have a good year.
Forget about what he said. All right, Jets.
I'm not going to let you forget about it.
Jets and Ravens.
Jets and Ravens, and
Yep.
then you have the Jets in the Super Bowl, or you're gonna change?
No, I have the Jets in the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Yep.
So you have Eagles, Jets. Eagles, Chiefs just makes too much sense for me. I know it's chalk, and
It's not going to happen.
I hate picking chalk.
Andy Reid is a loser. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen.
Okay,
I'm sorry. I've seen too much of Andy Reid. Yeah.
Kyle, the Pats are out. And Bob agrees with you again.
Yeah.
That's fine. I mean, I
The
can't.
Pats have to go eventually. And the guy's 42 years old.
I have to
anything could
see
happen.
it before
The guy's 42 years old.
I'm in on it. I know how old, I know how old he is.
Yeah. I mean, that's old.
John Burke says you got to be
Very old.
kidding me. Yeah, John Burke, he's a big Tom guy. So he doesn't
Yeah, he
like,
is. I mean,
he doesn't like when you
yeah, but
disrespect
John-
Tom and the Patriots.
Yeah, but John Burke said I had a good night in poker the other night. So, I mean, I respect what John Burke said. So it's okay. Everyone has an opinion. I just think that the Pats are meant to miss the playoffs one year, and I think this year will be the year. Finally.
John Burke, Jets will win 7 games and stop hating on Tom.
We're not hating on Tom. All right, there's no hating on Tom here. You can't hate on Tom.
You just said he's old. That's all you said.
Oh, I thought you said Tom Ornone.
No.
That's who I thought he was talking
Tom
about.
Brady. No, Tom Brady.
Oh,
Tom's gone.
All right, Tom Brady.
He said the Jets are going to win 7 games and to stop hating on Tom Brady.
Oh, I'm always going to hate on Tom Brady. I mean, he might be great, but I always think he's a cheater. I always hate on Tom Brady. I mean, I don't want him to succeed. Why the hell would I want him to succeed? It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Bob Brinkman McCoy is the last piece for Andy. I do think that was a good pickup, and I do think
Oh, they
that
got
he's
it back.
gonna have a good season there. I think he hated it in Buffalo. I really do.
Got the ball back.
Oh, Louisville.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. Look at this Notre Dame fan. He's at odds.
So
It would be a
funny.
Notre Dame thing to do.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll blow him out in the second half, like Bama did the Duke.
The live bet's 7, though. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's not looking good for me laying 20, Kyle. I don't need you to keep pointing that out, but that's all right.
Patriots fan 12 says, "Hey Nitro, did you pick the Browns to go to the Super Bowl in the previous video?" No, I did not. Never picked the Browns to go to the Super Bowl.
He's
Ever.
been pretty consistent on the Jets.
Yeah. Yep, I have the Jets in the Super Bowl. And this is a Patriots fan talking to me, so obviously he's going to laugh at me. But at the same time, your dynasty is coming to an end, Patriots fans. So you have to realize this so your feelings don't get hurt.
What do you
For
think?
the first time in 17 years.
Well, what do you think the the Josh Gordon factor is going to be in New
He's
England?
great. He's phenomenal. And I can't believe they got him back for week 1.
He might be the best pure talent at receiver.
He's phenomenal. He does drugs.
He was
And-
sober for 1 year,
He's
and he had 1,800 yards receiving.
He's like the John Jones of the NFL. It's ridiculous. The guy's so talented, but he can't stay off the drugs.
He said he can't stay off the
The
weed. Yeah, he said like the first time he ever played a football game sober was like 2 years ago. The year he had 1,800 yards rushing.
You know what I think's crazy though? Oh wow, they got the ball back. You know what I think's crazy? The fact that Josh Gordon. What was I
Josh
thinking?
Gordon.
Yeah, thing that Josh Gordon, he smokes weed and he gets banned, but they hand out Percocets on the sideline like they're candy. You know, that's what I think.
It's a hypocrisy. You're right, because
Yeah.
weed is not anything. Weed is a plant.
Yeah,
and it's not.
It
That
just
big of a
happens to
deal.
be illegal. Yeah, I mean, I guess you have to follow the rules and follow the law, but at the same time, it's kind of stupid. So, I mean, I'm not really a pot
So,
smoker,
you
but at
think-
the same time,
You
you know,
think? But you think he's gonna have a big year with them, or
I mean, it'll be decent.
what are your expectations for Josh Gordon?
I think Josh Gordon will have a really good
1,000
year.
yards
Yeah.
receiving?
Yeah, I think so. I do. And it doesn't matter if Tom's back there or if he's not back there. I think whichever quarterback's throwing the ball his way, I think he's going to
Who was his quarterback when he would just crap it on the league with the Browns? I feel like he didn't have anything special.
Who was it? It was wasn't it Kaiser?
Whole bunch of idiots.
Yeah, they're a whole bunch of schmucks.
Whole bunch of idiots.
Yeah, he had nobody, and he was doing it
Um,
with nobody. He has Tom now. The hell do you think?
I
he's
mean,
gonna
I'll
do?
go Chiefs over Ravens in the AFC title game. Lamar wins some games, and Andy gets there but loses to the Eagles.
That would be horrible. For
I
him.
mean, it
for
is
him at
Andy.
least.
Think he'll get over that hump and get to the Super Bowl again.
Yeah.
And lose to the Eagles, because I think the Eagles are just a more balanced team. The Chiefs are going to score so many points.
They are.
Patrick Mahomes
The Chiefs don't have a defense though.
Yeah, but they got they're better coached now.
Yeah.
and they got Spags, and they had the Honey Badger, and they have some guys at least. And Spags is a really good defensive coach.
That's all.
Really
That's
good
all he
defensive.
is, though. He's a defensive coach. That's all he is.
But they're set up to where that they need like 3 stops in a game.
Bob Brinkman says, "Who wouldn't want Tunsil at tackle?" I mean, I would want him, but I feel like every single piece on our O-line is better. So I mean, yeah, I wouldn't want Tunsil.
Well, the Texans, I mean, they gave up a boatload, but they needed to. That's a touchdown.
Yeah, it's a touchdown.
That's a nice Notre Dame touchdown right there.
And
It's a nice Ian Book.
until they missed the extra point. But what were you saying?
What with Tunsil? It's a no-brainer for because
Yeah, it is.
I said it last week, and the Texans were clearly listening and pounced. Like the Texans GM should have been licking his chops to get his roster in order because the division is very, very weak.
The Texans were probably like that. Rob Brinkman, he said it. He
Yeah.
nailed it right on the head.
Wow, that was a smart idea.
That was the smartest
he moved
fucking
and
thing
shaped,
anyone's
and
ever
now I'm
said.
picking them to win the division because they listened to me. But I don't have much respect for the Titans or Marcus Mariota.
Yeah.
I don't think.
I think he sucks.
I love Nick Foles, and I hope it's the Eagles and the Jaguars in the Super Bowl.
That'd be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
But I just don't see it as a team down there for the Jags.
Yeah.
Partly because I don't trust that there's going to be balance with Fournette because I think he's just a knucklehead. I mean, they have decent receivers. I mean, maybe he'll be all right with DeFilippo. I don't know. I'm definitely I'm not rooting against Nick Foles to fail there, even though I don't think he's going to have a very good season.
Right.
But if they make the play, whatever. I'll be wrong about that one and be fine with it. And if they get in the playoffs, I'm rooting for them every game, obviously.
Absolutely. 100%.
But and then the Texans or the Colts are just fish out of water without luck. They're grasping at straws.
That
They're
stinks,
extending
yeah.
Brissett.
Luck is so good too.
They have Hoyer as the backup now. They're just in scramble mode. And I think Brissett has the chance to win some games. We're going to know week 1 if the Colts are folding up or the Colts are going to be somewhat factors there in the AFC because they're at San Diego week 1.
Yeah.
A team that I think I just talked about, I don't have in the playoffs, I think can be had. There are no Derwin
Minus
James.
-6.5. Against the Colts.
I'm not going to bet that game. I'm not going to bet on Jacoby Brissett.
Would you take in the suicide though?
The Colts?
No, the Chargers.
No. I'm picking Seattle in the suicide pool.
Yeah, we'll see what happens there. Should be
Against the
interesting.
Bengals, 9.5-point favorites, not in conference. They're home.
Yeah.
They're better.
That should definitely be interesting.
And the only reason I'm not picking the Eagles is the crumb in me would be the suicide participant in me would be I pick Seattle. It's all a bunch of Eagles fans. The Eagles lay an egg for whatever reason, and then I win the suicide pool on week 1.
Easily.
But that's not going to happen. Everyone's going to pick the Eagles, and they're going to be right. But I'm going to save the
We'll see.
the old home squad. I think they got some cupcakes.
We'll see. But with that being said, did you give her a Super Bowl prediction yet?
Yeah, I have the Eagles over the Chiefs.
Okay, Eagles over the Chiefs. I have the Eagles over the Jets. Jets.
What do you got,
Jets.
Frank?
I got Eagles over Chargers.
Okay.
Eagles over
I like
Chargers.
that. I actually like that. I'm not gonna lie. With that being said, you want to touch on your Philadelphia Phillies real quick?
Yeah, I do. I mean, they won today. Reese Hoskins hit 2 home runs. It's amazing what happens when you actually slot guys in the lineup where they're supposed to be slotted, and they can actually be productive.
Right.
It's nuts. I can't stand this manager. I mean, I think Fangraphs has their playoff percentage at 4% right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, metrics-wise, they're on life support. I'm not giving up on them.
No, you can't. I mean, you know what?
Rob Lutman.
You're a fan. You're a fan
Phillies
of this
are trash.
team.
Good night. I mean, that was a nice Zach Eflin Sunday night baseball start. That was a nice Drew Smiley today.
It was.
I
Unfortunately,
mean, this
it was.
Jared Hughes guy out of the bullpen is getting people out.
It's a psychopath. Did you see Real Muto's face when he was coming out of the bullpen?
And you know what? If you went to a zoom out of every time that happened, some bum comes out of the bullpen, there's probably been way worse ones.
Yeah. Real Muto throws out everybody. He might be the best catcher in the game. To be honest with
It
you.
was the Mets. They just kept running on him. and getting thrown out.
Yeah.
Like, dude, chill. Stop running.
That face he
Like-
made was priceless.
Like, what are you doing? But I think we can put that wasn't a good trade, Sixto Sanchez and Jorge Alfaro for Realmuto to bed.
yeah.
It was clearly a win for Matt Klentak and the Philadelphia Phillies. JT Realmuto is by far the best two-way catcher in the game.
A rare win. Yeah. Because
Well, I mean, and then Bryce Harper, it's his 30th. He's got 30 home runs and 99 RBIs, and now everyone's like, oh, well, he's got 30 home runs, 99 RBIs. Like, kind of like, yeah, hello, welcome to the party. Bryce Harper is sick. He's not what's wrong with this team.
right.
Gabe Kapler's what's wrong with this team. The guy's a moron.
You guys hate Gabe Kapler.
He's not a good manager, Kyle. I don't know how else to slice it for you.
He's
Rob
not-
Lutman says, Phillies are trash. Good night. That's a nice way to turn the viewers off, I guess. Talk
Yeah.
about the idiot Phillies.
We could talk about the New York Yankees, the future 28-time world champions, if you guys want
I
to.
mean,
if that
I have
makes
money
sports-
on it.
Yeah.
The Phillies aren't going to win.
No, hell no. But you never know. I mean, maybe there's a miracle, but I highly doubt it because miracles are only in movies.
But Kyle,
and
the
it's
Yankees
don't
were
happen.
shut out today for the first time in 220
220
games,
games.
which is absolutely that's a phenomenal stat. It's a fake stat because I watch the Phillies get shut out every night.
Yeah.
Every night they get shut out. I feel like, and they haven't
it's
got
the team we lost to
it's
though.
been
It kind of
his-
sucked.
Yeah,
but
Mike Minor, hot pitcher. Mike Minor, he's kind of good. He had it going.
Yeah.
He didn't score any runs.
Nope. But it
But
happens.
the wild card is shaping up nice,
Mhm.
and I'm excited for this wild card game because I think it's going to be the Oakland A's, who are the Yankees' kryptonite. The
Mhm.
only team that can consistently beat the Yankees
The
is the
Moneyball
Oakland,
A's.
the Moneyball A's,
Yep.
and I think they're going to play Tampa Bay in the wild card game because
Nope.
I mean, Jose Ramirez is out for the year, and now Tyler Nyquin's out for the year. I haven't heard anything going with Corey Kluber, who they desperately need. Carrasco, he just came back. Kudos to him for beating leukemia and being able to pitch
Yeah.
again. That's absolutely awesome. But I don't know. I just don't.
You just
I don't
know.
see it with Cleveland.
Yeah.
I think that I predicted that the Twins were going to win the Central in the beginning. I predicted that the
I
Twins.
just think Terry Francona
the-
has all the experience in the world to get that team to the playoffs again.
That's true, but
it's
I
just-
mean these small market A's and these small market Rays are just doing it the right way.
Yeah.
They're using analytics correctly, and they're winning with the two lowest
Yeah, they use
payrolls
they use
in the
analy-
MLB.
They use analytics correctly,
in
and
the-
you can't
in-
get past the first round in the playoffs. Yeah,
I mean,
it's
Kyle,
stupid.
it's not a fair. The American League is loaded. We talk about it every
Yeah.
week about how shitty the National League is and how
You
great
want
the
to know who
American
did it
League
the right
is.
way? The Houston Astros did it the right way. Okay, because they put a team together that everyone thought was going to be great in 2017, and then they won the World Series and look pretty dominant right now. I'm not going to lie. As a Yankees
Yeah,
fan,
Justin
they're
Verlander
pretty
has a nice
scary.
no-hitter
Yeah,
yesterday. But getting back to the small market, like it's not. They don't have the resources that the Yankees and the Astros and the Red
Then
Sox
quit
do.
baseball. You're fooling your fans. Like, it's so stupid.
But they win.
yeah,
they're
they
6
win
and a
up
half-
until they get to the postseason, Rob.
But they're 6.5 games
They have no
above the
chance
Red
in the.
Sox.
They have no chance
The
in
fact
the
that
postseason.
they get there is phenomenal.
But they have
in my
no
opinion.
chance. Why would you?
They
tease
beat the
your
Yankees.
fans like
the
that?
Yankees get beat by them
Who
every time they play
cares?
them.
Who cares? It's the
What are you
regular
talk-
season.
Okay.
All right. Who cares? In a 7-game series, they're not going to beat us, in my opinion. Your opinion could be different, but my opinion.
No, I agree with you, but I think it's not going to be. They're not going to roll over for the Yanks. Neither were the Rays.
Yeah, but why would you want to tease your fans and say, "Hey, we're having a great regular season, guys. Let's get to the wild
They
card game and
don't
get
have
smoked."
fans. That's the problem.
have a
That's
lot
why
of
they
fans.
can't. The A's.
They just don't
in
sell out
Oakland,
every game. Yeah.
They have a shit stadium, and
Have you
they're
ever seen a
small
playoff
market.
game in Oakland?
Yeah, they sell
It's
the
lit.
playoffs.
Like that bleacher section, it's insane. You know, they have great fans and they tease them every single year by saying, "We show up, we play great, we get to the wild card game, get smoked by the Yankees." It's the same thing over and over and over again. Last year,
So you're not going
It's
to
the
give
same
you're
thing.
not going to give the A's and the Rays, the two lowest payrolls in baseball by far, kudos for getting to the playoffs in the big bad American League.
I don't
No,
no.
because you're a small thinker. You don't think big like me.
No,
That's
I,
all right.
I think bigger than you. I think I see the big picture.
Okay, but not everyone
These fans
has
pay money,
not
Rob.
every time, and not everyone has Yankees expectations.
Well, the Yankees are baseball. I hate to break it to you, but they are. It's the Yankees and everyone else, if you haven't known that by now.
Well, yeah, I think the Yankees are the best team in baseball. I still think they're the best team in baseball. I think they're going to beat
They're the best franchise every year in baseball. No one's ever going to catch up to them.
They're going to win the World Series, and I think they're going to beat the Astros in the ALCS.
Mm.
And I think that they're going to beat. I like Washington to emerge from this National League.
You do?
Yeah, because I think they're going to win the wild card game with Mad Max, regardless of the playing the Phillies.
You know what's
or not.
funny? Before the season, I
And
predicted the Nationals would win the division.
So did Brad.
But it looks like the Braves are going to clean that one out.
Yeah,
So,
the Braves. I don't think anyone's going to catch the Braves. I think either would catch the Braves.
yeah.
But
I didn't think the Phillies would miss the playoffs, though. That would be a big one.
But I mean, Atlanta doesn't have that stopper that can just like you have the ball. We need this win
Right.
from a starting pitching standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. The Dodgers are better than the Nationals, but the Nationals are on fire.
Yeah, the Nationals. I mean, the
Trey
Nationals.
Turner,
And
Rendon,
they have great pitching.
Rendon, Corbin, Scherzer,
Yep.
Robles, and Soto are
good
really good.
It looks like they got better when Harper left. To be honest with you.
I mean, Kenny Larino, Yo Sauce, man. What's up, Kenny? It's one of my NASCAR buddies. Watching the
NASCAR?
race last
You guys
night.
love NASCAR?
I don't love NASCAR, but my friends love NASCAR.
Left
and
turns for
I
days.
Left turns for days.
Yep.
It emits so much useless carbon emissions.
Yep. Putting that pollution into the air.
Straight pollution. Unnecessary pollution.
Killing bugs daily.
Yep. But no, my friends like NASCAR.
What did Trevor Harris say?
Trevor Harris. Would he sign Nick Castellanos this upcoming
Ooh.
offseason?
That's a good name.
It's a good name, but if you don't pitch, then I have no interest in you when it comes to the Phillies offseason.
Yeah.
Every available resource they have.
Hey, and Trevor, you and Rob should know that the most because you guys go to any games than I know. You guys go to so many games, and you drive from Connecticut to go to games. So I mean, that's incredible.
I haven't been there in a while.
I've been to
been
6
busy.
games this year. And I'm
I
not even a fan.
haven't even been to that many, but I've been to some.
Yeah.
3 or 4, I think.
They went up to Boston to see the Phillies when they weren't.
That's
doing
fine.
well.
So, I mean, Nick Castellanos is a great name, but no, you got to bank on McCutchen coming back. I love Adam Hazley in center field. I want to see that guy play every day in center field, and I want to see him emerge as the leadoff hitter. I think Kingery is going to be at second. I think Cesar Hernandez won't be on the team next year. I think he'll be traded for maybe an bullpen arm. maybe.
I like Cesar.
And I hope that Bohm is the third baseman to start the season. So, I mean, I think the Phillies should have no problem scoring runs.
Mm-hmm.
They don't really have a problem scoring runs this year. And you got to think Kingery and Hazley are going to get better.
They could.
And Harper is still going to be Harper. And Hoskins hopefully won't have this 2-month slump in the middle of the season again. Like, if you don't pitch, I don't have time for you in my free agent offseason plan. You need to get arms.
Who are you looking for in the free agent market when it comes to pitching?
Be a nice Garrett Cole.
From the Houston Astros?
Yeah, he's going to be a free agent. I don't think they're going to have the money to sign him because they traded for Greinke.
Mm-hmm.
But, I think the Chicago White Sox are going to be in on Garrett Cole. I think the Los Angeles Angels are going to be in on Garrett Cole. The Dodgers are going to be in on Garrett Cole. The Yankees and the Red Sox are going to be in on Garrett Cole. Everyone's going to be in on Garrett Cole.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's financially feasible because you signed Bryce Harper to $330. But, I mean, if you're serious about winning and you can't be scared to go over the luxury tax, so I'd be all in on Garrett Cole.
Yeah, I agree.
You give me 2 guaranteed starts from
Okay. What did he say?
who?
Trevor Harris.
Trevor, I was talking in general for Castellanos, not Phillies, since they need pitching. Like it's a fucking play. Yeah, Nick Castellanos is a great player. He's on fire with the Cubs now. He
has 14 home runs since he joined the team.
Well, he was in. Detroit is one of the worst hitter stadiums in the entire league.
Unless you're hitting it to left field, because left field's pretty easy to hit it to.
I mean, so anyone who gets Nick Castellanos in the offseason is doing well.
Yeah.
Great Birds prediction from Bill. I don't know what Bill said.
Bill Middlebrook, because you like.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll look it up.
I don't know. Yeah, it's on YouTube.
No, it's
Maybe I should unblock Bill.
No, you got. Yeah, you should. You guys should be buddy. You know what I'm saying?
We're never gonna be buddy because he's just.
No, Bill Middlebrook says 6 days. Eagles 38, Redskins 13, and our first win. And it'll be fun to see our defense shows Smallwood why we cut him. Let's go.
I 1,000% agree. I'm gonna whenever I figure out how to unblock people on my Facebook account, I'm going to unblock
Bill, just say
it's time to bury the hatchet with Bill Middlebrook.
Bill Middlebrook.
I'm extending the olive branch to Bill Middlebrook.
Rob just likes to be loved, okay? So just say nice comments to him every single day, and he'll be all right. Now, me, you can say whatever you want to me. I don't care.
Are you kidding me? You
I'm
see the
fine.
comments on my page sometimes?
Sometimes. Have you seen the comments tonight in the YouTube section?
No.
I got
don't-
killed.
YouTube's your job.
I got killed.
Because there's no consistency with your takes.
I'm extremely consistent.
All right, what do you see going down Sunday?
What do I see going down Sunday? I think the Eagles win a very close game, 27-20 in the fourth quarter.
27-20. So Carson Wentz gonna lead
Yeah.
a comeback victory in the clutch.
Yeah.
But you don't believe in him.
No. I don't, but I could see that happening. You're playing one
I
of the
can't.
worst teams in the league in the Washington
can't.
Redskins. But that would be awesome. I'm not going to lie. What did Trevor say?
Trevor Harris, don't sprinkle left field. Kyle Comerica is the worst park in the league for hitting.
Mm-hmm.
Ask Prince Fielder Miggy. They have a big option. That's why I'm
Yeah, because
like,
center field.
that's why
center
Miggy-
field's 420.
that's why Miggy winning the Triple Crown in that ballpark is just blows my mind.
Yeah.
Blows my mind.
Yeah, center field's 420. It's tough to hit at. You know?
But I don't understand. There's no consistency in your takes. You don't believe in Carson, yet he's going to come through in the clutch and
Yep.
lead a comeback victory on Sunday.
I think so.
You just cover all your bases. It doesn't make any sense. The Eagles are going to roll the Redskins. It's going to be a long season for Washington. There's no way Jake Gruden makes it through the season with his job. 31-10, I think Ryan Brodo. Catch Brodo on the fix on Wednesday along with Frank. I'm sure Frank will be giving out his prediction there, so we'll tease that. It's called a tease right there for the
Yes.
fix on Wednesday. 31-10. I mean, I don't really see how Case Keenum's going to be able to move the ball on the Eagles. And I think the Eagles jump out fast, even though Carson didn't play in preseason, as shocking as that sounds to you, Kyle. And then I think it's just Jordan Howard icing the game away in,
We have
the second half.
We have a question on YouTube. Pennywise, the It movie, asks, who's the best cornerback in the league today?
Interesting.
It's a good one.
Yeah. Do you have Jalen Ramsey?
Yeah.
Jalen Ramsey.
I'd agree.
Yeah. No doubt about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Patrick Peterson's a little older, and he's suspended for the first 4 games because of PEDs. Richard Sherman's not what he used to be. Revis isn't in the league.
You know who I think
Stephon Gilmore is pretty good for New
guys,
England as well.
this might sound biased, but do you know who I think can be a top 5 cornerback? Maddox.
I don't disagree with that, but
I
mean,
like Maddox
can't-
a
They asked
lot.
who it is right now, and it's,
I like
it's
Maddox
just
a
not
lot.
Avonte Maddox.
Yeah.
Stephen Gilmore is really good for the Patriots too. He's an All-Pro every year.
Yep. Yes, he is.
So that would Jalen Ramsey, Gilmore, honorable mention. I apologize if I'm missing somebody.
Jalen Mills.
The Green Goblin.
Yep.
I like the Green Goblin. I have his autograph on a mini helmet, so I hope it works out for him.
Trevor Harris says the Eagles are going to cover the 8.5 this week.
Yeah, I would.
I
I'm not going to bet on it because I
wouldn't bet
retired
on,
betting
I wouldn't
from
bet
the
on
Eagles.
it. No, I wouldn't bet on it. Just to save some people some money if shit did go wrong. Bill Middlebrook says Rob wouldn't believe how many times we agree every week. The man who's on the ones and twos sees it. We had one disagreement. He's talking about Vespi.
Yeah, and I'm going to get someone that knows what they're doing on Facebook to help me unblock Bill Middlebrook this week.
Just click the unblock button. Go to Bill Middlebrook. Go to
I
your
just-
blocked people and click
Where's
on Bill
that?
Middlebrook.
Settings?
Yes.
Where,
Just,
on
you have
this
to go to your
button?
general sentence. Do it after the show.
This one?
We all know you won't, though.
No, I'm going to do it right now because manage account could be in that.
Yeah, Bill, we are the biggest favorite at 9.5. I see 8.5.
Well,
But
I mean, Seattle's a big favorite too.
but big favorites don't mean a thing in the NFL. Like they really don't. It's just a number. Like it's
As far as betting goes,
that's just to boost the money line.
yeah. As far as betting goes, I like the Steelers +6 against New England. I like the Panthers +3 at home against the Rams. I'll take that home dog all day.
Yep.
Cross country game, 1:00 start. I'm in on that, and I'm in on these totals under 40. The favorites in them, the Jets Bills totals under 40. So I'll take the favorite. I like the Jets at home there,
Okay.
-3. And even though it's on the road, the Ravens and Dolphins total is also under 40. So I'll lay the 5.5 there with the Ravens. They
All
might
right.
shut out the. They might shut out the Dolphins. Chrome has Michael Chromiak. I love the kid to death. He does a great job on his wrestling show and Birds of a Feather. But he's got the Dolphins going 10-6. I think he needs to have his head examined.
That's pretty bad.
Love him though. Keep him coming. I don't see where you get that. They're cutting veterans left and right. They got. They're
All right.
echoing trust the process down there.
My lock of the week, guys, is the Colts +6.5 against the Chargers.
Yeah, like I said, we're going to find out week 1 if the Colts are engaged in the football season or they're going to fold up.
I just think the Chargers not having Melvin Gordon right now is kind of going to.
That's the
kinda
same
gonna
thing.
hurt them.
That's a big game.
Yeah.
That's a big game. Do you have a thought on the Cowboys-Giants game, the other NFC East matchup?
Cowboys are going to smoke them, even without Zeke. I think the Giants are going to suck
You
this
think
year.
a nice Tony Pollard?
Yeah,
Tony Pollard
I think they're
filling
gonna
in for Zeke.
Yeah, I think they're going to suck this year. So, I mean, it puts a smile on my face whenever the Giants suck. It's just, I don't know. Sometimes I want a competitive game, which we got last year when we were down 17-3. But, yeah, I mean, the Giants are going to be absolutely putrid this year.
All right. Happy football season. Go Eagles Sunday. That'll do it for the Sports Hounds here. Next week, Brad will be back. We're going to review all the week 1 stuff. Eagles, Redskins, go around the NFL. Keep it locked and loaded here on A2D Radio, A2D Live. We got you all football season. Have a good night, everybody.
We out.